to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. Your number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
It's a remake. It's a beautiful one. Originally done a few years before I was born by the irrepressible daughters of glorious Jesus. And now you have a beautiful remake together with the amazing Sandra Boache. And we love it. It tells you that there is great space for collaboration between the new generation and the old. It tells you that there is great space for integration between energies and strategies, between graces and giftings. There is an amazing opportunity for collaboration and integration. And we can bring that into the corporate space as well. We can bring that into the civic space. We can keep that in the sacred space. You'll be amazed at competition and the politics, even in sacred spaces. But let us unite our strengths, our energies and talents. Let the young honor the old. Because scripture says the splendor of the old man is his gray hair. But let the old not look down on the young. Because the glory of the young man is his strength. Proverbs 20:29. Welcome to a brand new day. Businesses brought to you by APSA. Collaboration, integration, respect, mutual. Going green is not just about saving the planet, it can save you real money. So install solar panels and cut down on your power costs. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend. Getting around. All right. So switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. And the best part is Absa Bank can help you finance all of it. The Absa Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. Walk into any Absa branch, ask about the Absa Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters, Absa. We're getting into the news review, my word. Friday morning, Richard Dela, Francisca, Kakra, Forson. And the news review is brought to you by Zondatech Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank, Ghana is building, Ghana is moving. Welcome to Zondatech Ghana Limited. As your one-stop automobile shop and proud operators of an impressive automobile assembly plant in Ghana. In fact, Zondatech Abuye near Mayehu. We are looking for, Sino trucks, premium SUVs, pickups from Great Wall Motors and Sherry. And Zondatech has got it. We're looking for light-duty trucks by Forland, and they've got it. We're looking for construction equipment from Shantu and Sunny Group. Zondatech says, say no more, just come to me. Top quality. So choose locally assembled excellence, choose Zondatech. And Fidelity Bank says, listen, switch your salary today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. Call 0800 003355. FidelityBank.com.gh is where to find us. Visit our socials, Fidelity Bank GM. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. It's 36 after 6. And it's always a delight to welcome Francisca, Kakra, Forson, and Richard Dela to the studio. The magic is always. Buenos dias, señorita. Did I try today?
Oh, you did very well. As for somebody, I don't know. I don't even understand. But my brother, good morning.
Good morning. Let me have phone number.
Am I right?
Yes.
Let me start off with the Daily Graphic and the stories on the front page. Nation to produce first vaccine 2027. Vaccine Institute drives local initiative. Also, 24-hour economy to create 1.7 million jobs by 2028. That's according to Mr. Guzi Tano. And Finance Ministry releases 1.67 billion Ghana cedis for agric sector. On the back page of the Daily Graphic, we've got sport. Black Stars begin final World Cup build-up in USA. Opoku sees promise in Wales display, and Atizigi claims #1 jersey. Those are the sports stories on the back page.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. Floods paralyze Accra again. Major roads cut of residents trapped. And there's a photograph of vehicles here trapped in the flood water somewhere in Accra. Photo by Abu Gorman. Also, the front page this morning, avoid handshakes over Ebola threat. That's coming in from my good friend, the Minister responsible for Health, Mr. Kobina Minta Akando. And fire guards Accra Central Police Barracks. We brought you the story yesterday. And just for purpose of information, Gamashi lifts ban on noise making ahead of Homowo Festival.
Right.
To the Daily Guide, and MCL Ghana launches Grand Panache, appoints Michael Blackson as ambassador. Audit Service Board, Auditor General lock horns over staff promotion. Prevent Hajia for real from accessing my children, RNAQ's ex-wife. Also, Genset condemns Dr. Mwakuhine over Akosia Kuma comment. And Abronya DC remanded for failing to surrender passports.
The Chronicle says IGP Yohunu 6 urgent shelter for police fire victims. Also, AG ordered to reverse contentious promotion. And again, the story about Jen said condemning Amwakohine's misogynistic attack on Kozi.
Let's go to the Informer newspaper. Front page stories: clash of egos. Bagbang Ayariga break bones over LGBTQ plus bill. Comes with a picture of the Right Honourable Speaker and the Majority Leader Ayariga. Other stories are making the front page of the Informer. Africa must define its future. Mahama tells conference. Also, GRA repositions as partner to businesses at Ghana UK Investment Summit 2026. Government set to introduce digital asset tax. And Kath Children's Ward gets NAPO boost. Also, women's group says stop the sexist attacks.
The Inquisitor says, Sayo blazing guns at order service over staff promotions. These headlines challenge one word of this, man.
That's Sayo days.
Sayo days like Julius Deborah is quoted here. The paper says that he's been eulogizing Apostle Safo. Napo speaks on education reforms, political future, and some other stories on the front page.
Okay, the Herald newspaper has on its front page, Deborah's health walks stopped. Asiedun KTS thank you tour continues as Raz Mubarak cries chairmanship abuse. Also, distressed Luke Oil Springfield to benefit from state-funded oil deals behind closed doors. Dubai and London talks stoke controversy, according to the paper. Fifi Kwete warns NDC members against the Kufuor syndrome. And Finance Minister bears teeth at lease and sell mining transaction. Questions Newmont's $1 billion Achim mine to Chinese. And Abronia recaged over failure to surrender passport, cites education and medical treatment abroad.
The Ghanaian publisher says MCL unveils grand panache. Was that the very thing you read?
Yes.
I heard some panache
It's
earlier.
the same headline.
No,
this is Daily Guide.
But why are they all using the same word? Are they?
Sky,
But they are in their spirit. They were led to do that.
No, this one, I'm sure somebody just copied and, Minority defense anti-LGBTQ. Okay. All kinds of stories. Yeah. So that's the Ghanaian publisher for you. And Bupe Ura is honoring Sami Jemfi for exemplary leadership. Okay.
That story is also on the Daily Analyst, but other stories making the front page, all set for GJA Press Freedom Night. Julius Deborah Fenyo Mark and Kwachi Fosu to grace occasion. Also cut out desperation for power. Fifi Kwete warns NDC members. And no Ghana card, no porno. Sam George pushes tougher age checks for adult websites.
Right. Are there no less intrusive ways of addressing matters of whether somebody is watching something or maybe, of course, if you want to protect children, I don't think that people should be showing, as a matter of human rights matters. People shouldn't be showing those things just so they can view those things. Government should take less intrusive.
Sky, read your paper.
No, but what kind of you have to, if you all go see whatever you want to see, you have to put in your details. And who is collecting that data? And where are they storing it? Going because you want to see going.
All right. So other stories, yes.
Why are you uncomfortable?
No, please go on.
There are people who take that business seriously. Anyway, the Inside newspaper says Fifi Kwete speaks on Mohammed's successor. And then also something here that says court remands MPP Sabronia DC over failure to surrender his passport.
Okay, I have the News Center newspaper. Cover stories: June 3rd, disaster victims cry to Mahama for justice 11 years on. Claims against ICUM's false. Ghana Link challenges detractors to provide evidence. Genset condemns misogynistic attacks on Akosia Menu. Mixed signals expose government over anti-LGBTQ plus bill. That's according to the minority. And Lynn Osei-Bonsu's quiet revolution in girls' empowerment on page 9.
Finally, the Ghanaian Point says, cut out desperation for power. Fifi Kwete wants NDC members. Minorities accusing the government of backtracking on
What's up?
The same
headline.
Are you serious? Cut out desperation for power. Fifi Kwete wants NDC members.
Like
and that's Daily Analyst. And this is what?
No, it'd be like
Maybe
the
that was a
office desk.
compelling phrase that you know.
Okay, well, we're here.
There is editorial integration. Let me take you to citynewsroom.com this morning. In fact, I want to start with Channel 1 News. Online.com, because there's a story here that embarrassed me yesterday when I saw the video. Guests wade through flood waters as Takwa launches hotel floods, and you saw all the foreign guests, local guests carrying their luggage out of wading out of the water, which got to their waist level. It's quite an embarrassing scene. Meanwhile, the Greater Accra Regional Minister is saying that Accra will no longer become a sanctuary for indiscipline. Yeah. Ex-convict arrest. I don't like the
Because
look
of
on your
what?
face. Oh, sir, leadership is working. Details on channel1newsonline.com. Ex-convict arrested for alleged rape murder of teenager. Sad story here. Unfortunately, one Accra flooding. NADMO intensifies drainage, desilting, wetlands restoration. GFAG demands immediate implementation of rice import quota policy. Police foil robbery plots. Recover weapons linked to suspected syndicate. Stop attacking firefighters. This is the fire service warning the public, and we support them on this one. Upper East Region, 80 suspects arrested in police swoop. A Dubinso tanker explosion. Residents attack firefighters with stones and water, occasioning the kind of response you just heard. An ID verification policy for pawn sites to be submitted to cabinet. You heard that earlier from the minister responsible for communications. I'm George. Agriculture funding in Africa remains grossly inadequate. Eric Opoku is the sector minister. If you go to myjoyonline.com, there are stories. Ghanaians feel short-changed. Steve Mantiao explains growing backlash over Goldfields lease. Mahama begins 4-day state visit to Belarus. Eyes stronger economic and strategic agricultural ties. From months to days, Senate now processing pension claims in just 7 days. And if you go to
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's some improvement there. Zelensky is proposing face-to-face talks in open letter to Putin. That's on CNN. And inside the town at the heart of the Ebola outbreak. This is a feature on the CNN. Lady, gentlemen,
Let me start with the Ebola thing,
Yeah,
because the minister is giving us some pieces of advice as to what we should do, what we should not do. You find the story on page 12, the lead story. No, it's actually the sub-lead of the Ghanaian Times this morning. Avoid handshakes over Ebola threat. Minister, the story on page 12 says the Minister of Health, Kwabena Minta Kando, has led Ghanaians to temporarily suspend handshakes and strictly adhere to hand hygiene protocols following the World Health Organization's declaration of the recent Ebola virus disease outbreak as a public health emergency of international concern. Now, there's a quote here that says, I know it is our tradition to shake hands, especially if you are a public figure. It is difficult to avoid because of our culture. But at this point in time, for all of us to stay safe, let us avoid handshakes for now, he stated. Now, he was speaking during an inspection tour at the country's airport, and the minister noted that although there were currently no confirmed cases of Ebola in the country, Ghana, the country must remain vigilant and be prepared to deal with that matter. And again, yesterday we saw many parts of Accra paralyzed by rains. And this morning, Hilda Nsami reports on page 12 of the Ghanaian Times that floods paralyzed Accra again for the umpteenth time in less than a month. Several areas in Accra were flooded after 2 hours of heavy rain. Drivers, commuters, and pedestrians were left stranded as key roads linking communities became impassable. Now, areas most affected included Kaneshi, Pantang, Ashalibuche, Lakeside, Ashaiman, Sakumono, Kaneu, Ajekojo, and parts of Agbogba, Ashonman. Now, at the Kaneshi market, floodwaters swept through sections of the trading area, destroying goods and leaving many traders counting their losses.
Yes, and if you go to page 4 of the Daily Guide newspaper, there's an editorial on the floods. It says, "Where is the anti-flood committee?" So I'll just run through
The tax force, no?
Yes, I'll
I
just
like the
run
question.
through a few paragraphs, and it reads: the June 3rd, 2015 killer and property-destroying floods which visited Accra were commemorated 2 days ago. It was a commemoration bereft of an elaborate and coordinated program of reflection under the auspices of government, but rather occasional and isolated references to media oversight. I'll jump to further paragraphs that go on to say that, and it came to pass that last year in March, as the main reason. As the main raining season beckoned, the president set up a 7-member anti-flood task force to tackle the annual Accra headache. He settled on his deputy chief of staff in charge of operations at the presidency. The high-profile committee is also made up of the Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing, the Minister for Local Government and Religious Affairs, Deputy Commissioner of Police, National Security Coordinator, Deputy Director General of NADMO, Legal Counsel to the President, etc. The editorial goes on to say, no sooner had the committee been empaneled than the membership, courtesy the chopper squadron of the Ghana Air Force, took to the air on a so-called recce patrol of Accra. The exercise smacked seriousness on the part of the government to deal, or smacked off seriousness on the part of government to deal with the annual floods head-on, with the involvement of the 48th Engineer Regiment of the Ghana Army on standby to render the covering support. There was no doubt that something seismic was going to happen.
So the article is basically
concluding
asking
paragraph is that they went to sleep soon after touchdown at the Air Force Base, leaving Accra to continue the annual rituals of floods, followed by the president's unproductive blame game.
Well,
so it's just sort of detailing June 3rd.
To be fair, when the committee, the task force was put together last year, they had gone around. We spoke to the NADBO boss last year. He was on the show. They had done a lot of dredging across the nation, and many of us will recall that last year the flooding situation was not as much as it is today. There are calls for the evidence of what they've been doing over the period. The sustainability of that task force work is what people are asking about. So, well noted. Now, Accra flooding, quickly, Sky, before you come in. NADMO intensifies drainage, desilting, and wetland restoration. So, National Disaster Management Organization says it is working with metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to desilt drainage systems and restore reclaimed wetlands as part of efforts to reduce flooding in parts of the Greater Accra region. If you have seen impact of this, send us a voice note, send us a message, 0539986996. We'll get to that. Yes.
On the floods, the Daily Guide is still reporting 11 years after June 3rd, fire, floods, and building collapse claim lives again. I won't go through it, but they are detailing floods on June 3rd, talking about the Adenta building collapse as well as the Tudu fire outbreak.
Just on that particular matter of the fire at the Tudu area, the IGP, we are told, is seeking urgent shelter for police fire victims. And if you are in a position to help, please, why not help? Page 3 of the Chronicle has the story by John Bediako, and it says the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yahono, is seeking urgent accommodation for 140 families of police personnel at the Accra Central Police Barracks, which was razed down by fire 2 days ago. Now, making the appeal through the Chronicle, the IGP said about 100 of the affected families are currently being sheltered in 2 large conference rooms at the Greater Accra Regional Police Headquarters, while 40 families have sought temporary accommodations with relatives. Now, the victims, apart from the immediate attentions needed, are currently being provided with 2 square meals a day. Now, the Chief Constable was emphatic that the police administration, as an urgent measure, shall rent hotels and guest houses to accommodate the distressed personnel and their families. I think it's important that we rally, our support for the police to be able to deal with this humanitarian situation they currently face.
Agree
If you have a big house that you are not using for anything,
You have an
immediately,
opportunity to serve a
please, you
police
have an
officer and his
opportunity.
family.
Exactly. It's very important. I thank them for their service to the Republic. We continue to do what we can to support.
Correct. Now, Accra will no longer be a sanctuary for undisciplined. Linda Oklu, Greater Accra Regional Minister, has warned that the region will no longer tolerate indiscipline following recent disasters across the capital. In a press release issued on June 4, the minister expressed sadness over the tragic incidents that occurred in the region on June 3, including the collapse of a two-story building at Adenta new site in the Lankwantanan municipality, a major fire outbreak in Accra Central Business District, and widespread flooding in parts of Accra. Here's the quote: "Accra belongs to all of us. Together, we must build a city that is safe, orderly, environmentally responsible, and fit for future generations."
Caleb,
Accra
let me just
will
cut
no
you in your
longer be
tracks.
a sanctuary
When
for
I hear these
indiscipline.
stories.
The
Let me
time for
cut you. I'm
compliance
cutting
is
you in your
now.
track. You two, you are
You say
really.
Accra
Hold
belongs
on.
to all of us.
see,
We need to work together.
The sadness and the warning from authority, we've had it. We want to see your plan to deal with this annual flooding. There are rains every year. It gets tiring. We had the minister go on about lighting the city, and to date we drive in darkness. There are street lights that don't work. This morning I was coming, traffic lights don't work.
Okay.
Right from, if you drive from Legon all the way through, no traffic
No,
lights is
according
working.
to the minister, maintaining a clean environment remains critical to reducing flood risk
page 3
and
of the
protecting
Daily
public
Guide.
health.
You've read the story. Let me take you to page 3 of the Daily Guide.
Charlie, no, bro.
Galamsey caged over rape and murder. And the story by Emmanuel Opoku in Takrade says a 37-year-old legal minor has been remanded into prison custody by Ekma District Magistrate Court in the Western Region after being charged with the murder of a 17-year-old girl at Agunan Kwantan, the Hunter West municipality. The accused, Into Adade Kuju, popularly known as Adadezi, is alleged to have sexually assaulted his wife's niece before subjecting her to brutal attack that resulted in her death. The prosecution said Olivia had attended a church service and was returning home in a tricycle locally known as Pragia when she was allegedly confronted by the accused. He said to have assaulted her before dragging her into the house. Inspector Yorson told the court that the accused allegedly restrained the teenager by tying her hands and legs and then assaulting her. Details on subsequently on another page, but that's a story from Daily Guide newspaper.
Talking still about the courts, if you go to page 7 of the Ghanaian Publisher, High Court remands Abronia DC for flouting bail conditions. Now, the High Court in Accra has remanded Bono Regional New Patriotic Party Chairman Kwame Bafo, popularly known as Abronia DC, into police custody after he failed to deposit his passport with the court registry as required under his bail conditions. Now, Justice Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit, presiding on Thursday, June 4, 2026, dismissed an application to vary the bail condition and ordered that Abronia remain in custody until he surrenders his travel.
Okay, let me return to the subject of gender. And Genset condemns Dr. Marco Hene over Akusia Kumar comment. The paper reports, this is Daily Guide reporting that, but in a number of papers as well, the Gender Center for Empowering Development, GenSed, has condemned remarks made by Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Franka Marco Hene, directed at former National Youth Authority Deputy CEO Akusia Menu, describing them as sexually suggestive, demeaning, and misogynistic. A statement signed by GenSed Executive Director Esther Teria said the comments, which circulated on social media, contained explicit sexual connotations incompatible with standards expected in a democratic society. The group argued that such language reduces women in politics to sexualized stereotypes and undermines their dignity and contributions to public service.
Right.
And I kind of want to add my voice to that, in as much as there will be political engagements firing each other. It shouldn't denigrate
Descend to such
exactly
levels.
because
honestly,
when you use such language, you're referring to all of us women,
it's
and
it's
that's
not right.
is
And
unacceptable.
Dr. Franka Mwakohene, to be honest,
We expect an apology. And a retraction
That
from
was
Dr.
unfortunate,
Frank
and he should be
Amwakohile.
called to order. We
thought
like the
there's
fact
a
that he's
code of conduct
available,
for
he's
ministers.
engaging, but this one, it's below the belt.
I'm sure such language is not permitted in the code of conduct.
I mean, what is
Yeah, I
this?
mean,
But Sky, the news is that the AMA has provided 1,000 cedis each to the 106 victims captured yesterday. I believe this is in response to the police,
Okay.
and is to aid the upkeep of their families
Oh, that's-
as we wait for other forms of support from the central government.
that's really
So
beautiful.
for more for AMA.
That's beautiful. Our commendations to them. And then also the insurance companies that are in the country, other institutions that are able to support. Please, it's important that we support the police and their families who are in distress at the moment. Police officers, please, thank you so much for your service to the Republic.
Oh, correct.
In the meantime, today is a special day.
Is it?
Yes.
What's happening?
Oh, you don't know today is McAfee's birthday. Araba.
Oh, Shiba.
Oh. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Clack it.
You know.
Oh, she's Gen Z. She's Gen Z. Oh, you know. I'm Gen Z. Clack it. She.
How old are you today?
She's Gen Z.
I'm 25 years.
Oh, God bless
The
you.
city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Nete is in the studio with her energy for a Friday morning. Charlie, what's up?
Good morning, Caleb.
Good morning, Nete. She has you on the breakfast edition of the City Business News.
Thank you, Caleb. And it's brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, government signals closer scrutiny of mining lease renewals ahead of TAQA decision. And the Bank of Ghana mops up 11 billion Ghana cedis as 14-day bill rate hits 10.93%. Let's settle for our details now. Finance Minister Dr. Samuel Attah-Mensah has raised concerns about what he describes as a growing trend in the mining sector, where companies secure lease renewals and subsequently transfer or sell their assets to third parties. He indicated that such transactions could come under increased scrutiny as government prepares to make a key decision on the future of the TAQA mine before the end of the year. There's more in the following report.
The TAQA mine, which is currently operated by Gold Fields, is scheduled to expire in 2027. However, the company has confirmed that it has submitted an application for a 20-year extension of its mining lease, which has sparked public debate, with some civil societies pushing back. Speaking in an interview with Bloomberg, Dr. Attah-Mensah expressed concern about recent transactions in the mining sector where some companies have benefited from renewed leases only to later transfer ownership of the assets.
Recently, Newmont sold one of their mine to a Chinese company for $1 billion. And again, that was a mine that the lease had just come to an end of 25 years. They asked government to renew it. We renewed it the following month. They sold it for $1 billion and only paid capital gains back to the state. I don't think it should be a practice that should be continued. You can't just renew your lease and sell it the following month. The intention out there was for us to renew the lease for them to continue in business. And the lease was supposed to revert back to government, and government extended it. So why should we just renew a lease, sell it for $1 billion?
Dr. Forson also disclosed that government would take a decision on the future ownership of TAQA before the end of the year.
We have up to April next year, almost 1 year. And our intention is to have that conversation till the end of the year. And so before 2026, we'll have some agreement.
That was Finance Minister Dr. Kasiela Tuforcing ending the reports filed by Emmanuel Opon. Meanwhile, the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy is urging government to fast-track the renewal of Goldfields mining lease, warning that prolonged delays could weaken investor confidence and affect foreign direct investment flows. Executive Director of SEMSA Benjamin Sian says the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources must urge the Minerals Commission to bring clarity and finality to the process to avoid disruptions in the mining sector.
Such a delay is likely going to affect the ability to inject liquidity into these particular their operations. Now, beyond that, it also brings clarity to whether government is likely going to take the lease or revoke their lease after expiry or maybe extend to them. And that also feeds into other FDI's inflows from other sectors of the economy, because the petroleum upstream may be observing what is happening in the mining sector with respect to this lease extension. Other FDI's inflows to other sectors of the economy, especially critical mineral sector and other development mineral sector, may all be looking at what is happening with respect to the license of Goldfields being extended. So I think that fast-tracking it or bringing finality to it and clarity to it will boost some form of investment in either the oil sector and other mineral sector.
Benjamin Isiah, Executive Director of the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Now, the Bank of Ghana has withdrawn 11 billion Ghana cedis from the financial system through the latest 14-day bill auction, underscoring the central bank's continued efforts to manage liquidity and maintain monetary stability. The auction attracted bids at rates ranging from 10.4% to 11% per annum, with all qualifying bids allotted in full. The liquidity mop-up comes at a time when inflation remains relatively subdued, although it has recorded 2 consecutive monthly increases, rising to 3.7% in May from 3.4% in April. For market participants, the weighted average interest provides an indication for prevailing short-term liquidity conditions and the Bank of Ghana's monetary policy stance. Now on to the interbank market, and the dollar is selling for 11 cedis 80 pesos. The pound is going for 15 cedis 84 pesos, and the euro for 13 cedis 69 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Good Energy.
Hello? Charlie, I'm at the library. Why do you keep calling me?
Wait, question. What's the capital of Burkina Faso?
Ouagadougou. Bye.
Wait. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system?
Venus. Charlie, why all these questions?
See, I'm playing the MTN Swipe and Win promo. I might cash out some cool 1,000 Ghana cedis today.
1,000 cedis? Shh. Charlie, what's the next question?
Join the MTN Swipe and Win promo today. Answer trivia, earn points, and stand a chance to win 1,000 Ghana cedis every day. Weekly cash of 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 Ghana cedis. A brand new Hyundai Texan in the first 3 months, and the ultimate grand prize of 500,000 Ghana cedis. Recharge your account to qualify for the daily draws. To join, visit swipeandwinpromo.mtn.com.gh. Download the My MTN app or dial *5030#. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. TNCs apply.
MTN.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
They're raging all the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
8 after 7, and if you're on the road, please look out for Girl Super Energy, Girl Super XP. Drive into any of our service stations. We serve premium quality. We give you correct choice anytime you buy regular fuel. Girl Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max, using minimal fuel that takes you further. So just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Yesterday I heard Bernard say Girl Super XP. Who feel it, huh? Who may feel? Oh yeah, girl, it was good energy. And EcoBank, listen, EcoBank, the board of directors of EcoBank Ghana wishes to inform shareholders that dividends will be paid for the 2025 financial year following a strong financial performance, and EcoBank Ghana PLC's commitment to delivering value to shareholders, maintaining a resilient financial position. Shareholders are therefore reminded of the annual general meeting scheduled for Wednesday, 17th of June 2026 at the EcoBank head office, Accra. Meeting will also be streamed live at ecobankghagm.com. Key highlights will include the approval of financial statements, dividend declaration, and other statutory business. We look forward to engaging our shareholders at the upcoming AGM. EcoBank Ghana PLC, delivering value backed by strong financial performance. EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Girls are streaming. The latest Netflix series special playlist is rolling. Dad is on his usual teams, video calls, uploading, downloading. Not a single person says, my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages. Whether you are a new or existing customer, just log into the My MTN app now, tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash. Get your preferred unlimited MTN Fiber package. MTN everywhere you go. Henley and Partners, global leader in residence and citizenship planning, helping investors and their families secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs worldwide. We advise on the best program for you and your family. We assist with the entire application process for many Ghanaians. Key drivers: alternative residence and citizenship, which includes greater global mobility, investment diversification, business expansion, access to world-class education and healthcare. These are some of the key drivers for their decision, and popular options include Caribbean citizenship like Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as residence by investment programs in Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, Canada, and the US. Please call 0206042101. Ghana at henleyglobal.com. The Galleria is where we are at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Pass by for free consultation. henleyglobal.com. Visit there and find out more. So we've started our on-air series as we celebrate the business festival throughout the month. On Business Edition this morning, we'll bring you key highlights in case you missed them, from registration to accessing finance for SMEs. We have everything you need on the Citi Business Edition today. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello, and welcome to the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. I'm Samuel Attah-Mensah. As you know, June is the month of the Citi Business Festival, Ghana's biggest business thought leadership platform. Throughout this month, we bring together business leaders to share practical insights that help businesses start, grow, and thrive. On the Citi Business Edition today, we we are taking you through a recap of week 1 of the 2026 City Business Festival. So, if you missed any of the sessions, this is your opportunity to catch up on some of the key lessons and discussions from the week. We kicked off the festival on Monday with Frank Opokudako, Assistant Chief Compliance Inspector at the Office of the Registrar of Companies. The discussion focused on the fundamentals of business registration and compliance. He explained why formalizing a business is not just a legal requirement, but an important step toward building credibility and accessing opportunities.
With a sole proprietorship, which is a one-man business, you come to the office with your Ghana card, and you need a TIN. Although the Ghana card is now the TIN, but with us, we still need the TIN.
The Ghana card and the tax identification number.
The old one, the one that starts with the P00.
Okay.
Yes, we still need it. This is because if we restrict it to the Ghana card and somebody is outside the shores of the country and doesn't have a Ghana card, the person will not be able to register. So we still use the TIN. And so when you don't have a TIN, or if you don't have a TIN, we would apply for one for you. So there's GRA on our premises that we would issue you with a TIN to be able to register a business in Ghana.
So the first most important document when it comes to business registration is the Ghana card
and your TIN.
And the TIN. Yes. Okay. What more is there to it?
So depending on what you are doing and what we will require from you. So the sole proprietorship, one-man business, will need your personal details, where the business is situated. The GPS address of the company. The postal address of the company, and so on and so forth. Yes.
I see. But what talk to me about this bit of the registration process, name search and reservation, because I know you can't just walk up to the Office of Registrar of Company with any name. Perhaps somebody might have taken that name already. So what is the picture?
For me, but I have to say, please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real side. I'm gonna get me some love, some I'm done with it. 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 My girl, sweet girl, my boy, sweet girl, sweet girl, my boy, my girl, sweet girl, my boy, sweet girl, sweet girl, my boy. I can see all your joy. I can see the word for you and the word for me. Now I have to say, my girl, we don't need a new car. Sweet girl, I'll overtake us that far. I'm gonna get me some love, somebody. Love, 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 love. have to say these words. Can't be.
But you were explaining to me about the registration in terms of the sole proprietor. What does it also look like for partnerships and companies? Two partners, everyone Ghana card, and then also the team companies. And how even different is the registration of partnership from company?
Okay, great question. So in partnership, their liabilities are not limited.
Okay.
So if you have any debts and what you have in the coffers is not enough to offset the debt, we can come for the individual properties of the partners. So we can come for your car, your property, your buildings, and all that. So usually you will find the professionals registering partnership.
Okay.
So the law firms, the accounting firms, architectural firms, because you can take the advice they give you and run with it. And should you fall into any problem, then because their liabilities are not limited, we can come for them, their personal properties to offset the liabilities. So when you want to register a partnership firm, it comes with some benefit. The tax people can go into it further, but because the liabilities are not limited, you should be mindful which one you will choose. With the limited liabilities, the liabilities are limited.
Now let's talk about the cost aspect of it. How much does it cost to register your business? Is it different? Looking at the different kinds of structures that we have, and even the registration process, how is it like? Is it manual? Is it digital, or a combination of both?
Okay, so with a sole proprietorship, with just 130 Ghana cedis,
okay,
you can register your business.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I have to pay manually or online?
So you come to our office,
okay,
and then you pay. We had a pilot basis where there were a few people that had online access of registration. And those ones can actually key everything online and pay online, just for few. But ideally, you need to walk into our offices, and then you provide your details, you sign with your Ghana card and TIN, and then you have our people input the data into the system, and then you make payment.
Which means you have branches across
we have
the
branches.
country.
We have branches across the country. We have zonal offices.
Okay.
We have the Western region. We have Sunyani. We have Tamale. And then we have Western region, Takrady.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's more of manual registration.
if that's what you want to.
Okay, so I walk into your office, sole proprietorship, 130 Ghana. Is that the only payment I make? Okay.
So yeah, with the sole proprietorship, it's only 130 cedis. Okay. And the limited by guarantee is 490.
Okay.
With the limited liability companies, you pay 550 plus 1% duty.
1%
of the duty, the stated capital you state.
Okay.
Yeah, so if your capital is, let's say, 100,000, you pay 10,000 cedis, 1%, plus the statutory fees. Yes.
What about limited by guarantee?
So 490 cedis.
490. Okay. What about external companies? Because I know the GIPC recently made some revisions to the minimum capital requirement, which some was, eliminated. If you can educate me on that.
So that one has to do with the limited liability companies where there are foreigners who are shareholders.
Okay.
So then we still use it, though as the new act has been passed. a lot more has to be done before we stop, implementing that.
Okay.
So if it is wholly owned and they are in the service sector, the minimum capital should be $500,000 US. Yes. And if there is a Ghanaian shareholder, the foreigner's equity drops to $200,000.
Okay.
But if it is trading, no matter whether there is Ghanaian involvement or not, it's $1 million.
Okay,
yes.
I see.
But we are doing away with this
So those are the thresholds
because of the new Act, GIPC Act.
But from how you've explained everything, what I gleaned from your conversation is that it's quite a simple process, very friendly, isn't it?
It is, but with the easiest is the sole proprietorship.
Okay.
So
But
most
there are
people tend
complications,
to register the sole proprietorship, as against registering the limited liability.
With the sole proprietor,
companies.
do you also have a minimum estated capital?
No, there's no minimum capital for
So
sole
even if it's
proprietor.
one cedi, I can register my
You can.
business.
So you pay the statutory fee, that's 130,
Okay.
and then that's it. You register the business. But with the limited liability, because you need a chartered accounting firm. I forgot to add that.
Okay.
And even with the guarantees, so you need a chartered accounting firm that will be auditing you. After 18 years of first registration, you need to bring your audited account, and then subsequently every year. Otherwise, you fall foul of the law.
On Tuesday, we turned our attention to a topic that is becoming increasingly important in corporate governance and transparency: beneficial ownership. Our guest was Lisbeth Osai Omani, Senior State Attorney at the Office of the Registrar of Companies. She explained what beneficial ownership means, why companies are required to disclose their true owners, and how the framework helps prevent individuals from hiding behind complex corporate structures.
Beneficial ownership is a new introduction, actually a global one, which began in earnest in Ghana around 2016. The aim of it is to promote corporate transparency and to ensure that all businesses have a fair level playing field, on which to transact business. Basically, that is what beneficial ownership is about.
So is this person different from the main owner of the business?
Well, this may or may not be the case. So in certain instances, and I would say mostly in Ghana, also looking at our cultural perspectives, mostly people are the true owners of businesses. Most businesses in Ghana are family businesses and so on and so forth. But there might be certain instances where for some purposes, it might be legal or an illegal purpose. For some reason, some people may not be interested in having their details, put out. And for that reason, there might be someone behind the company other than that person that has been stated as the shareholder, for example.
So from what you just said, it means that the beneficial owner is different from the shareholder of the company.
Could be different, yes. In certain instances, the shareholder is the true owner. In that case, we need you, that person, to declare yourself as the true owner, as the beneficial owner. But if in the case where it is someone else other than you, then you need to declare that person as the beneficial owner.
So what kind of person best fits for this particular, beneficial ownership?
Yeah, okay. So when we talk about beneficial ownership, it refers to persons who are either the financial beneficiaries of a company. They are the ones who benefit economically from a company. It may also be people who are the true decision makers in a company. Okay, so sometimes there are people who might be in the boardroom, but then there might be someone whose voice is louder than all those people in that boardroom. And so when they take a decision, no matter what has been, discussed in the boardroom, for example, it might be the case that that decision would be overturned. So these are all people who qualify. And then also people who might have informal arrangements with the company, deciding that hold the shares on my behalf, for example, and then I'll be at the back, benefiting from that,
So simply the person must have some form of economic or financial interest.
Yes, or also control and influence.
So
that's
control,
also exactly
influence, financial or economic interest.
Yeah.
So when I come to the office of the registrar of company, for example, and I'm registering my business, I think in our previous episodes, we really understood how the registration process is like, how you fill the form. But if I cast my mind back, I didn't see any part of the form in terms of the sole proprietor. So maybe my question to you is that, is the beneficial owner just for sole proprietorship, or it cuts across all the different aspects of the business entities?
Right. Thank you very much. That's a good question. Actually, it's for now restricted to companies.
Okay.
So all types of companies limited by shares, unlimited companies, external companies, as well as companies limited by guarantee.
Okay.
So for partnerships and sole proprietorships, they are not legally mandated. Yes.
Okay. And so what kind of person should this person be? Politically exposed person, as a person? I don't know why Elizabeth is laughing, because it's a big question when it comes to beneficial ownership.
Yeah.
So is it just anybody at all? Once I have the economic interest or financial capacity to, fund a business, I qualify to be a beneficial owner.
Okay. So actually, anyone who falls in the categories we have mentioned, control, influence, and then economic benefits, they are all beneficial owners. But particularly important is the fact that we also need to know if, as a beneficial owner, you are also a politically exposed person. That's also very critical information that needs to be put out, because when it comes to the beneficial ownership regime, apart from the fact that it is aimed at corporate transparency, it is also one of the routes that is used in combating financial crimes. Yeah, so if you're a politically exposed person, we need to know. And it shouldn't just be you, that politically exposed person, holding a position, but also close family members of yours and close business associates of yours. They are also classified as politically exposed. So if you're a beneficial owner, and in addition, you are a politically exposed person, you are required to provide that information also.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the person is a politically exposed person, I really want you to explain further. What will it take for that person to qualify as a beneficial owner?
Okay. All right. So normally in the structure of things, we first need to identify if you are a beneficial owner. And in that instance, then we need to know, what type of beneficial owner are you? Are you, in addition, a politically exposed person? Because that's very critical information. So just being a politically exposed person does not necessarily qualify you to be a beneficial owner. The beneficial ownership comes first. So if you are the true owner of a business, and for some reason your name is not appearing on the main documents, then in addition, we want to know, are you politically exposed? Because being politically exposed means that, you have more powers to control certain things and how contracts are awarded and all that. And we need to know that in determining,
so you are afraid some form of influence will come in there.
Yes. It's also aimed at this whole regime is also aimed at protecting the coffers of the country. So yes.
Okay, so you are looking at illicit financial flows, money laundering, and how we combat all of these things. And so, in a worst case scenario, I qualify as a beneficial owner. I've been registered as a beneficial owner of the company, but somewhere along the line, things go south. They realize that, I'm doing certain things that do not inure to the benefits of the company. And in the context of this compliance bit of the conversation we are having, what does it look like in terms of compliance, in terms of penalties? Because I know that when these things do not go right, companies will suffer.
Yes, very true. So the regime started in full force in 2020, at the end of 2020. So all companies that were in existence before 2020 are expected to update the registry with information on their beneficial owners. And non-compliance with this comes with a sanction, which is a 500 cedi penalty, which was rolled out actually at the beginning of this year. So companies that are in default are already suffering from that penalty, and so we would encourage them to come and file their information. Yes.
So how many beneficial owners can a company have?
Oh, there is no limit to it. However, for companies that have shares, when it comes to the economic benefit side, there are thresholds that apply for the declaration of the
Are you
information.
able to explain that?
Yes. So if you have interest in any shares, up to the tune of 20% of the shares of the company, yes, then you are supposed to declare. And then also for companies that fall within high risk sectors, there are sectors that we have classified as high risk, which include the real estate sector, the financial sector, the gaming sector. All these companies that fall within that bracket also have a 5% threshold that they use to declare. And all these, as we've mentioned, are for shareholding. Okay. And then also for foreign politically exposed persons, the threshold for reporting is 5%. For local politically exposed persons, there is no threshold. So 0% interest. As long as you have anything above 0%, yes, you have to declare your information.
Wednesday's discussion shifted to the broader business environment. Michael Koto, managing partner at Confidence, joined us to assess the state of businesses in Ghana in 2026. The conversation explored the opportunities, challenges, and key trends of the operating environment for businesses. He also shared insights into what companies should be paying attention to as they plan for growth in an evolving economic landscape. Let's hear part of that discussion.
In terms of opportunities, where does all these macro trends mean? What doors do they open for businesses? The first one, obviously the cost of capital has reduced, and that's a good story. So for businesses that are looking to, undertake expansion or capex, this might be a good time to consider, if you have good credit and you can take some loans, this is probably a good window. Although, of course, it's expected that these lending rates will keep trending downward. So if you're taking a loan, you might want to consider whether you're taking a fixed or variable, interest loan, because there are implications that you have to look at your sector. For importers, there's a relief because exchange rate has stabilized. And a lot of local producers still depend on a lot of, imported inputs. So the thing with imports is very important, even for local production and exports. And the stability is good there. It's a good opportunity now. If you need to import inputs and raw materials, perhaps this is a good window to do some of that. Agro-processing and manufacturing, the cyclical issues are good, but a lot of the issues there are still very structural. It's still very difficult to get access to long-term, cheap capital. Energy cost is still too high, and we saw they've been rising again, and it's not good if you're doing manufacturing and processing. It's post-harvest losses still a big issue in the agricultural sector. So for agro-processing, that's still a big challenge. Access to adequate and consistent access to raw materials, for agro-processing. So we still have issues in agro-processing and manufacturing, but there are also expectations that as we exit the IMF program, the government is going to loosen up, the monetary tightening that has brought down inflation. So they might start pumping money into the system again. So big projects like the Big Push and some projects in agriculture, contractors on the procurement front, businesses that are, providing services in those value chains might begin to see a lot of cash flowing through the system. And consumer spending, the disinflation all the way down is good for consumer spending. So purchasing power might, begin to revive across retail, health and education. So these are businesses that are in these sectors. It will be good, to look at these are windows of opportunities.
I particularly like the midterm concerns for businesses, whether the cedi, for example, is reversing the Middle East conflict and what it portends for global oil prices and to an extent our local prices, and a few other points. Especially taxes have come down, interest rates are coming down, but energy is a concern. So we need to keep an eye on the Middle East. And then the IMF transition and all of that. Obviously, the stronger macroeconomy, as he says, opens the door to cheaper capital to expand, relief for importers, not just for finished products, but because we import a lot of our raw materials. And then this could mean a stronger cash flow. But Michael, I like the fact that you spoke to micro and small business operators. Give me a sense of what they said and whether their views reflect this picture you've painted for us from the macro side?
So, SMEs constitute over 90% of businesses in Ghana, as we all know. And within that 90%, the small and micro even more dominant. So one of the things we decided to do this time around was to actually speak to these entrepreneurs and businesses and operators, and to just get a sense of what their sentiments are. So what I'm going to show is not a comprehensive survey. It's more of a sentiment a survey that we did. We spoke to businesses in different sectors, and because what the small guy, what a mom and pop shop, what a small processor thinks, and what their outlook is, really is what represents the majority of businesses in the country. So we went to, obviously, spare part dealers are a big part of the business. So we spoke to a couple of spare parts dealers. One, and I have a few quotes on what I'm going to show you are mostly quotes, right? Which kind of like is fairly representative of the broad and many diverse views that we gathered. One spare parts dealer wanted to see whether, okay, so the macro figures are showing, cheaper credit, FX and all of that. So one said, now I get a loan at 17 to 18%, compared to 24% 2 years ago. But the documentary requirements for accessing FX have increased. So a lot of importers have to access foreign exchange, dollars, to go and import the things that they import. So this is a typical spare parts dealer that says, yes, I can get loans at a cheaper interest rate now, but in order to get foreign currency to import, the documentary requirements for that in the banking system and in the forex markets have increased. So this is how they process this. So we know that the stability of the cedi is not just the gold. It's also been accompanied by other more stringent interventions to control the circulation of foreign currency in the banking and financial system. So you can see this reflect in terms of the concerns of a typical, spare parts dealer. Building materials, because construction is a big part of our economy. And what happens with building materials and construction materials is important. So we interviewed a lot of businesses in that sector. And this quote here is a very interesting one. It says that prices for most building materials have declined and demand is better now than it was 2 years ago. But the price of iron rods keep appreciating marginally. So the overall story, that the prices of cement and, paint and other building materials have reduced. And so for businesses in that sector, a good number of them said that has reflected in terms of demand, right? So folks are buying more materials. So at least for that sector, that's good. Now, in the catering sector and food and beverages, we spoke to a couple of small operators. One operator said that, I've increased both prices and sales compared to 2 years ago. But I have experienced an increase in demand, and I attribute that to strategies that I put in place to improve service quality and reach wider markets. An entrepreneur that has actually increased prices but hasn't seen demand fall. And so it tells you that no matter what's going on in the business environment, there's a lot that businesses themselves are able to do to stay more competitive. And this is one classic view. Textile and fabric dealer, this is one in Markola, said the cost of imports is slightly lower than it was 2 years ago. But on my next consignment, I will raise prices because the Iran war has disrupted the transshipping routes for my goods in the UAE. So I have to reroute through more expensive line. So you can see how, geopolitics is kind of offsetting some of the gains that, would have translated into more competitive pricing and and gains for consumers. In terms of auto and Chinese EVs, there is this view that we picked up a lot. There's a car dealer that said 2 years ago prices were higher, yet people were buying more cars. But with improved exchange rates, people now import cars directly. They're not buying from us dealers. So my sales are lower. And cheaper Chinese EVs are flooding the market. So that makes new combustion engine vehicles hard to sell. So we picked up a lot of this Chinese, retail and wholesale issue.
We wrapped up the week with one of the most important topics for every business: access to finance. Eric Chiri, Director of Commercial Banking at Absa Bank, Ghana, helped us examine financing options available to businesses today, including support from banks, microfinance institutions, fintechs, and alternative sources of capital, as well as what lenders look out for when assessing businesses for funding and how entrepreneurs can improve their chances of accessing credit.
We even have instances where development funding is done through the channel of the bank. Correct. So that the bank will do the commercial activity. The bank will do the collections, will do the project monitoring with the development.
But the development finance component is priced differently. Because it's catering for a different aspect of the business.
Exactly.
So the more complex businesses get, the more blended the finance they need.
Exactly. And some development financing even comes in to even take equity stake. So they deploy funds and say, because of this, I'll take this level of equity in your business. This part will be debt, and then the bank's commercial lending probably will come in first. So in terms of if we grade the repayments, the bank will probably start collecting its own, followed by the development fund, of course. The equity financiers are residual.
This is really useful. I want to take you back to something you said. You were differentiating the main types of or the main reasons why small businesses struggle to get access to finance. And you said something about collateral. I've heard people say a bank or a financial institution can lend to you based on your balance sheet and also based on your cash flows. Can you explain that?
Yes. So, contrary to popular opinion out there, it's not every financing of a bank that requires a collateral. So if you come to Absa Bank and you say, I have done work for Citi TV, Channel 1 TV, and they are yet to pay me. They will pay me in a month's time. However, they have given me another set of work to do for them, to carry out for them. And I need bridge financing. I'll look at Channel 1 TV and say, look, they are good paymaster and they are credible. And I'm certain, based on the records, that they will certainly pay you. I would not necessarily require that you bring me a collateral, because what I'm doing is financing your receivable from a very good and reputable paymaster. And so I would not require a collateral for you.
So my track record with that Channel 1 TV is like collateral.
It's like collateral.
They've worked with me for 3 years.
For 3 years.
Every
they have a good
every 3 months they pay.
They pay you good payment history.
Okay.
You don't divert that payment. I just make sure I ring fence the cash flow. The monies come into the bank account. I should be able to.
Which means that small companies are better served if they are consistent with their suppliers or with their people they work for and have a record of that work. Because that when it comes, so I may not have a big house for collateral, but when you see 10 years of work, you'll be happy.
Track records matter a lot, and credibility matters. I mean, one of the things we learned in when we started this journey of banking, they'll teach you the basics of credit, and they'll teach you the 5 C's of credit. Some of the things that banks use internally to determine whether we should go ahead to give you a loan or not. And one of the things that rank very high is character. And let me just, not to deviate, but just touch on the fact that the character of a business person is very, very key. How consistent you've been with your suppliers, how consistent you are with your bank, how well you run your business. When we can take your word for it, I'll pay you tomorrow means I'll pay you tomorrow, etc., etc. But back to the point I'm making is that we don't always need collateral. To your track record, your payment history, and all that can be collateral. In the same example where I've said you've done work and so you have a receivable, you can also be given work to do by Channel 1 to supply them tablets to be used by the presenters, and you need to buy the tablets from some supplier and deliver to channel. We can look at that contract, and if we can ring fence the transactions, that i.e. would not probably give you the money and say collect it.
So you
will pay them
and then arrange for them to pay
to deliver.
So basically you are like a referee here.
Yes.
No problem.
I don't play the game, but I just follow everyone as Messi is dribbling. I'm just sitting back and just observe. So I just bring the partners, the supplier, the paymaster, the clients in the middle, and then I just ring
So
fence.
it means that businesses should take their relationship with banks seriously, so that if I am a small business and I've been with ABSA for 8 years and I have good books, some of these things, it's easier for you to do it for me because you know me and you know my track record.
Very easy. And Bernard, even better still, in ABSA Bank, we can look at a trading business. We can just look at your turnovers with us, your cash flows, and be able to then say that this is the working capital need that this business have. If we look at the volume of consistent turnovers that have come through, and be able to give you an unsecured lending, and which we do. So we are able to look at a business's turnovers and offer them collateral-free loans just to support the business.
Last question. We are hearing now that there's a lot of fintech platforms, Momo and all these things, which is increasing financial inclusion. But is it changing access to loans in a positive way? How do you see it?
Yes, it is. If you ask me, there are some very viable fintech platforms that are partnering with banks to be able to deliver loans. Then they use other alternative sources of information to credit score businesses and credit score individuals. But in this instance, for businesses, they use other data points to credit score the business and be able to offer loans. They are quicker because they are using technology. They aggregate a lot of information faster. They are more nimble-footed. Because it's more data and less intuitive. And so they are able to deliver credit at a faster speed, record time. They are able to meet. So we've seen models work. What we've also seen in a bank like ABSA is that we are partnering some of these fintechs. So we don't necessarily see them as competitors, but we see them as conspirators, in this ecosystem, to be able to partner them. They have the data points, they have the technology, they have some of the credit scoring metrics. We also have the risk governance, we have the structures, we understand credit risk appetite and all that. We partner and we are able to deploy credit, in a more efficient, cost-effective manner and speed, yeah.
And that's a wrap on week 1 of the 2026 Citi Business Festival. From business registration and corporate transparency to the state of business and access to finance, it has been an insightful start to what promises to be another impactful festival. We continue next week to the key drivers of the Ghanaian economy. Don't miss it. This has been the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. I'm Samuel Attah-Mensah. Thank you for listening. The Citi Breakfast Show continues.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Charlie, trim I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. More day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spot there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo day.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show.
It's exactly 7 days to the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Welcome to Kickoff on the Citi Breakfast Show, brought to you by Politangana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. Straight into the bulletin, and the Black Stars have officially confirmed their squad numbers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, with several key players retaining familiar jerseys ahead of the tournament in North America. Goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi will wear the iconic number 1 shirt, while captain Jordan Ayew keeps his preferred number 9 jersey. Brandon Thomas Asante has been handed the number 10 shirt, with Antoine Semenyo taking number 11. In the goalkeeping department, Joseph Annan will wear number 12, while Heart of Oak shortstopper Benjamin Asare takes number 16. Defender Derek Lucasen, who was drafted into the squad as a replacement for the injured Alexander Jiku, will wear number 23. Midfield General Thomas Partey retains his traditional number 5 shirt, while Gideon Mensah, Kwesi Sibo, Caleb Uenchi and Babaraman will wear numbers 14, 8, 3 and 17 respectively. Let's stay with the Black Stars, and forward Antoine Semenyo believes Ghana's current squad possesses quality across every area of the pitch, rivaling some of the country's most talented generations. Despite the abundance of stars that features in previous Black Stars teams, Semenyo says the current squad boasts strength and competition in every position, giving Ghana a solid platform ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We'll bring you that inset later in our subsequent bulletins. But to some World Cup warm-up action, and a number of international friendlies produced surprising results on Thursday as teams continue their preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The biggest shock of the day came in Nantes, where Ivory Coast stands tournament favourites France with a 2-1 victory. France took the lead through Ryan Cherki, but second half strikes from Gela Doué and Amad Diallo completed an impressive comeback for the Elephant. There was another upset in Spain, where Iraq held the 2010 world champions to a 1-1 draw. Ferran Torres opened the scoring early for Spain before Iraq defender Meshas Doski produced a spectacular long-range effort to earn his side a memorable result. Elsewhere, Sweden and Greece played out an entertaining 2-2 draw in Stockholm. In the other results, Ghana's Group L opponents, Panama, they beat the Dominican Republic 4-2, and the Czech Republic beat Guatemala 3-1. Iran overcame Mali 2-0. South Korea edged El Salvador 1-0, while Northern Ireland secured a narrow 1-0 victory over Guinea. To some tennis news, and the 2026 Roland Garros women's singles final is officially confirmed after a dramatic day of semi-final action in Paris. Teen sensation Mira Andreeva continued her stunning rise in a dominant 6-1, 6-3 win over Marta Kostyuk. In the other semi-final, history was made as Polish qualifier Maja Czerwinska produced another remarkable performance, defeating Diana Schneider 7-6, 6-4. In the men's semi-final, lineup. We've got some matches coming up on court. Philippe Chatrier, Jacob Mensik faces Alexander Zverev in the first clash of the day at 2:30 p.m. local time, before Matteo Arnaldi takes on Flavio Cobolli in the evening session at 7 p.m. local time. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kofi. The Citi Breakfast Show with Caleb Kudah continues.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
If you need unique services,
come to Let's go.
Innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go. We improve your life.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing,
come to Let's go.
No matter your situation,
come to Let's go.
Let's go. We improve your life.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Let's go. We improve your life.
Before paying my supplier in Guangzhou, be wahala. Forex Bureau, bad rates. Part of my profit just they go like that.
Mewo, transaction declined. Hotel booking declined. Spotify declined. Hey, even a small candle I'm purchasing online.
I was still counting cho change at checkout. Scared to carry cash at night.
Union Pay got you covered. Yes, Union Pay
gives Ghanaians access to secure payments across 180 countries and regions worldwide.
Direct payment to China. And no middleman. Business they go on.
Online shopping, subscriptions, travel bookings. No wahala.
I just tap and go. Supermarket, fuel, school fees, done.
Whether you're traveling, creating, shopping, or building your business online, Union Pay day for you. Visit your bank today and ask for your Union Pay card. Union Pay. Achieve more. Pay it your way.
Running a business today, Charlie, easy.
And that is why you need the right partner. When I'm making payments, Absa sorting me cash flow. Send me fast and flexible loan crampoa. No wahala. Absa Business Banking is always there for me. Whether you are a large business or an SME, Absa has you covered.
At Absa, we get it and we understand every kind of business need. Visit an Absa Bank branch today for your business banking solutions. Your story matters. Absa.
It's the season of goals, the tense moments, the thrilling moments, the unforgettable winning moments. And now your winning moment could be next. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device from now till July 3rd from any authorized dealer and stand a chance to win Samsung TVs every week. From Galaxy phones, tablets and watches to refrigerators, microwaves, and even an 85-inch Samsung TV to upgrade your matchday experience at home. Visit samsung.txtghana.com after purchase and enter your details to enter the weekly draw, and you could be one of our lucky winners. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Charlie, the contract is here. Oh, my pocket. Flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
Madam, give me fufu elaisu, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
we have?
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC.
For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies. When truth is stranger than fiction, and myths spring to life, and the shadowy mysteries of a long-forgotten era become your present reality, your imagination will usher you into a realm of head-spinning reality beyond what the mind should know. Amane Adisa of Monsters and Gods. Download from the Akraba app now on iOS or Android.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we take aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Every day, I wake up and realize that my child's day depends on the choices I make. The clothes she wears, the water she drinks, and the food I select make all the difference. I do all this with love. Cerelac gives you more ways to show love to your child. The Cerelac wheat you have trusted for years now has a no refined sugar variant. Both made with equal care and love. Because when it comes to your children, every choice matters. Cerelac. More choice, same trusted nourishment.
This advert is FDA approved.
I don't wanna stress, I want the soft life. I wanna have more time, make catch up life. I send money, I pay my bills, I buy airtime. Oh, I take the soft life. Abracadabra seems like magic, API magic. I don't need to carry money on me. With Fidelity cards, I just need to swipe. Oh, I take the soft life. Oh, soft life, GHQR. I take my phone when I scan it. Payments complete, Fidelity app is so sleek. Oh, I take the soft life. Say hello to Kukwa, the chatbot. Yeah, she's gonna simplify your digital banking. Fidelity digital banking, the new dimension. Dig the soft life. Modege, Mr. Modege. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig.
Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Is your home and office protected against crime? Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar-proofing, provides fixed and sliding burglar-proof solutions for homes, shops, and offices. Trelidor has given Ghanaians peace of mind for over 20 years with the highest international standards backed by a 5-year warranty on materials and workmanship. Choose Trelidor. Call 0561 24 24 24 or simply Google Trelidor for more information. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar-proofing.
It's Betway's 10-year birthday celebration, and we've decided it's your 10. Even if you're an old friend who hasn't visited Betway in a while, log in and have a look in your account. We may have left a birthday gift there for you, because when it's time to celebrate, we're inviting everyone. Here's to the next decade. It's your 10, only at Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Bet responsibly. Not for persons under 18. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway. Get way more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Africa's finest. She was in the studio with us last year and we had a good time. Oh, you see, Africa, we are one. All to celebrate Sheba Araba Benin, whose birthday it is today.
Yep. The name is not complete.
Okay.
McCaffrey.
Okay.
For day inside the name.
The McCaffrey day inside.
The day inside.
Sheba Araba McCaffrey Benny.
Yes, that's okay. It's irrelevant how you arrange it. But McCaffrey has to be in
it has to be there by all means. So if you are celebrating your birthday as Sheba is, enjoy the song. It is for you.
Yes, because it's the word
DJ is playing for you. Yes. So you join McCaffrey to celebrate their birthday.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Remember the day Yvonne came to the studio? It was such a good time.
Yeah, I mean, she was saying that she had seen her, what do you call this in? I know, like, those things. Like, when people you admire so much growing up.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's right. She was so excited.
Actually.
The woman was also excited.
So.
And they had very, very fantastic
so.
conversation. If you don't know Shiba, well, Shiba is part of the production team here.
Absolutely.
At, what do you call it? Citi FM.
Sharp.
And also Channel 1 Television.
Sharp.
She's also an on-air personality.
Head of research.
They delivered.
It's a big woman from Sweden.
From Sweden?
Yeah, Suesco.
And then University of Ghana.
What do you say? So Shiba, enjoy. Join us as well. 0539986996. If you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom, the Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lesheho's Fixed Deposit Solution, you're making your money work for you. Join the investment revolution with our Fixed Deposit Solution. Take charge of your financial future. Call us now, 0302-208-333. Invest wisely, invest with Lesheho, and you will dance to the DJ song. You will shout a big thank you. If you want to say thank you also with that project you are building that is not in Waterway, and you are looking for correct cement, Super Sem is the leading one with LC3 technology and eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. Choose Super Sem Superfast 32.5 hour grade for plastering, mortar, screeding, and block laying. Use our heavy-duty Super Sem Superpower 42.5 hour grade for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. Super Sem cement dries fast, is waterproof, and prevents moisture damage and powdery walls. 055 30 60 517 is the number to call. Available at all leading building material outlets across Ghana. Super Sem, build your dream. And for those planning the future, that begins with the decisions you make today. Please save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. Sign up today. WhatsApp at 050-926-8414. 0539986996. I have some dedications I'll be turning my attention to shortly. Zenith Bank is saying stay alert, shine your eye when someone calls claiming to be your Zenith Bank partner or is calling from Zenith Bank. Be alert because fraudsters can sound professional, confident, and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, your password, OTP, any of that over the phone, email, or even via any channel. So if a caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact Zenith Direct on 054 2000 111. Shine your eyes for the fraud. Stop the fraud. This is a message from Zenith Bank in partnership with the Ghana Association of Bankers, Sky and Kakra. I'm sure we have some dedications.
Yes, there's this one that says, good morning, Caleb. Please wish my brother Obachala Mark Tapunja.
Obachala.
Obachala.
Hello, Obachala. Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. I thought you knew, so that was why.
I beg. Forgive me.
Hey, happy birthday. He is the coordinator for the Association of Technical University Accountancy Students and also Concomba Students Union Secretary, Accra Technical University. He's a leader on behalf of all the students in the accounting department. They are saying, we love you. This one says, happy birthday to Lillian Asamoah, aka Akosia Bruni of the Ghana Standards Authority. I'm talking about the Kumasi office. May God continue to bless you with good health, longevity, happiness, and prosperity. Those should be the Lord's blessings for you. It's coming in from Nene Ahuma Kudah, who is a lawyer.
Right.
Also, happy 10th birthday to Danica Jidefo Do. Wishing you a day filled with fun, laughter, love, and loads of cake. May all your dreams come true, and may your year be as bright and wonderful as you are. From your dad, David Do, and mom, Aya Do, and your siblings. Have an amazing birthday. They are celebrating you. And this one says, good morning, City Newsroom. Really? No, that is not a newsroom. This is a breakfast show. Can I wish my mother actually, Lady Eugenia Ejay, a happy birthday, wishing you more years filled with strength, smiles, and joy. It's coming in from your children, Kobe, Adom, and Nyameye.
Beautiful. And this one is going to Pastor Ransford Obeng, founder and general overseer of Calvary Charismatic Center, who turns 70 tomorrow. We at the External Media Relations Office do wish him a very happy birthday in advance. May God's abiding presence be with him forever. Blessings from Michael Ofosu, a free head of External Media Relations Office. And another one, happy birthday to Frederick Bequin, aka Zeno, CEO of Zesino Ventures at Dabraka. Happy birthday, sir. Happy 5th birthday to our precious daughter Selikem Ami Adika. Today we thank God for the gift of your life and the joy you bring to our life. You are a wonderful blessing, and we are grateful for every opportunity we share with you. As you celebrate this special day, we pray that God will continue to protect you. This is coming from Mommy, Dad, and Cecina. Everyone is a winner in the Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ongalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch it, reveal a unique code, send it to *713*27#. Enjoy, and you will win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. We have deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs till the 15th of July. Terms and conditions apply. The Lexus University College is inviting students, workers, and the general public. If you're seeking world-class education, you want market-driven professional qualification, you want to top up, please come to us, the Lexus University College. We offer courses from nursing all the way to BSc Nursing to BSc Cybersecurity. Join us. Visit our website, thelexusuniversity.edu.gh. Find out other courses we offer. See, our learning environment is great. Tema Community 25 Peace B Junction is where we are. Admission is in progress, so please WhatsApp this number 0577 734 549. Ghana exports billions of dollars of non-traditional goods annually to the U.S. 2026 FIFA World Cup match between Ghana and England would be in Boston. So with the Made in Ghana Expo on the 22nd and 23rd of June 2026 at the Envision Hotel in Boston. Latina Travel and Tours, in partnership with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, invites Ghanaian manufacturers, entrepreneurs, food and beverage processors, and everyone, real estate, building and construction, pharmaceuticals, beauty and cosmetics. Come and leverage the World Cup. Connect with international buyers, distributors, investors, all in Boston. The expo will showcase our most powerful commercial business exhibition and B2B network with major U.S. companies. Register now. Call Tina on 0244-260-789. The Tina Travels office is located in the Alisa Hotels, North Raja Club. The expo is sponsored by Casa Perco and Alisa Hotels. From your loving husband, Mr. Frederick Konolabi, children Priscilla, Eunice, Stephen, Fred, and your in-laws, we are celebrating you. This is to celebrate and honor Mrs. Victoria Konolabi, head mistress of Numua Methodist 2 Junior High School, on your 60th birthday and retirement from active service after years of dedicated teaching. We say Aiko and wish you God's blessing, good health, and joy in this week. Of course, it rained 2 days ago. The impact was felt across the city and beyond. I saw Winneba flooded. Many homes were at flooded to window level. I saw parts of Takrade flood. There was a video of guests in a hotel, local and foreign, who had carried their luggage out of the hotel, and that water level also was to their waist. And here in Accra, Wager flooded. Obviously, that started much earlier from last week as a result of the spillage. But we know that even without the spillage, whenever it rains, the Kaswa stretch in particular gets choked because of the silt that is washed onto the road, blocking the Atala stretch in particular. So look at this. Wager Kaswa stretch that was blocked. Lashibi Klagon, the road was completely cut off as a result of the spilling of the wetlands in both Klagon and Lashibi. That place was completely blocked. Now, if you go to the lakeside, obviously, lakeside for a reason, right? The rains were such that the lake spilled its banks. Many residents were on the road for a very long time. If you look at Ngaijo, Nanakrom towards Santor, we saw shots on socials where vehicles were in traffic for a very long time. The road was completely flooded. And then, of course, I had my own fuel as well on the old Ashoman stretch from Abokobi, Agbogba towards Abulaje, Pantang, Paraku Estate. Yes, that's the name. Pantang. All that stretch was flooded. Now, I'm wondering, if it rains consistently for 2 days the way it did 2 days ago, and we are told by GMET that we should expect more of such rains, how will the city look like? Because the major roads have been blocked. We're told all but 2 drains in the Ghan East Municipal Assembly were affected by the floods. And Ghan East is right beneath the Equiapim ranges. This is the Ebri Mountains and all. So uphill, we have an issue. Downstream, there's an issue, and the city gets entirely blocked. We've seen some messages from the regional minister, Sky, is that correct?
Yes.
And there's some assurances that are coming from that, hopefully to assuage our plight, and also give us some assurances that some firm work has been done or will be done. What's the detail?
Okay, well, it's a
Can you help us?
Statement issued by the regional minister, and if I may take some of the words. Accra will no longer be a sanctuary for indiscipline. Greater Accra Regional Minister announces decisive measures to strengthen compliance, public safety, and urban governance. So the statement goes on to say, as the Greater Accra Regional Minister and a resident of this great region, I'm deeply saddened by the tragic events that unfolded across Greater Accra on the 3rd of June 2026. On behalf of the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, I extend my heartfelt condolences to the families who lost loved ones, those who sustained injuries, and all individuals whose homes, businesses, and livelihoods have been affected. The collapse of a multi-story building at Adenta, new site in the Lankwantana Medina municipality, the devastating fire outbreak within the central business district, and the widespread flooding experienced across parts of the capital are painful reminders of the challenges confronting our city. While we mourn affected families, we must also confront the reality that many of these incidents could have been prevented through greater compliance with regulations and stronger enforcement of existing laws. For far too long, unauthorized developments, indiscriminate waste disposal, encroachment on waterways, disregard for planning regulations, and weak enforcement mechanisms have undermined efforts to build a safe, orderly, and resilient capital. The consequences are reflected not only in damaged infrastructure and economic losses, but most importantly, in the loss of human lives. I must state unequivocally that responsibility does not rest solely with members of the public. We must also acknowledge that lapses in oversight and enforcement within some public institutions have contributed to these challenges. As Regional Minister, I'm committed to ensuring that accountability, professionalism, and strict adherence to the law become the hallmarks of governance within the Greater Accra region. In response to these events, government through the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council will immediately implement a series of measures aimed at improving public safety, strengthening regulatory compliance, and protecting lives and property. These include comprehensive audit of multi-story developments. A multi-agency inspection exercise will be undertaken to assess ongoing and recently completed multi-story developments across the region. Buildings found to be in breach of approved limits or permits, structural requirements, or safety regulations will face the appropriate legal and administrative actions. Removal of unauthorized structures and encroachments. Working closely with metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies, enforcement exercises will be intensified to remove unauthorized structures located within waterways, drainage reservations, road reservations, green belts, and other public spaces. Now, these interventions are necessary to improve draining systems, reduce flooding, and protect public infrastructure. The next one, enhance enforcement of planning and development regulations. All developers, property owners, and land users are hereby reminded of the obligation to comply with planning, building, and environmental regulations. Enforcement agencies have been directed to strengthen compliance, monitoring, and take firm action against violations. Then institutional accountability review. The Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council will strengthen its oversight responsibility through the Regional Spatial Planning Committee for effective development control, and that will be happening at the district level. Then improved waste management and environmental sanitation enforcement. Measures will be introduced to strengthen sanitation enforcement, eliminate indiscriminate dumping of waste, and promote responsible environmental practices throughout the region. Maintaining a clean environment remains critical to reducing flood risks and safeguarding public health. She continues and talks about citizen reporting and public participation. Mechanisms will be strengthened to enable residents to report illegal developments, environmental violations, and suspected misconduct by public officials. Effective governance requires active collaboration between government institutions and the communities they serve. To conclude, I wish to assure the people of the Greater Accra region that government will ensure that these measures are implemented consistently without fear or favor. The objective is clear: to build a safer, cleaner, more orderly, and more resilient region where regulations are respected and public safety is protected. I therefore call on residents, developers, landlords, traders, transport operators, traditional authorities, faith-based organizations, and public officials to support these efforts. The future of Greater Accra depends on our collective commitment to discipline, responsibility, and respect for the rule of law. Accra belongs to all of us. Together, we must build a city that is safe, orderly, environmentally responsible, and fit for future generations. Accra will no longer be a sanctuary for indiscipline. The time for compliance, accountability, and responsibility, or responsible citizenship, is now. And this is signed by the Honorable Linda Obiniwa Akwele Oklu. Obiniwa. Linda Obeniwa Akwili Uklu, Member of Parliament and Greater Accra Regional Minister.
Okay, so a number of things in terms of the action points from the minister's press release. Number one, all multi-story developments will be audited. So story buildings that are coming up within the region will be audited, and legal actions will follow those that are not complying with the building code. Number two, there'll be enforcement and continuation of demolition of structures on waterways, road reserves, green belts. That has been ongoing, and they're saying that they are going to enforce it, ensure that they do it to the letter. There will be enforcement of planning codes and compliance with permitting as by law. There will be oversight responsibility, that is interagency collaboration, how I understand it, to deal with the irresponsible disposal of waste. Then she's encouraging citizen reporting of illegal development and structures, and then issues of professional misconduct, so that professionals who connive with developers to put up illegal developments, citizens are encouraged to report such for action. And then there will be consistent enforcement without fear or favor. So they are calling on all of us to join hands to do this. And I think that this is welcome for starters, to hear from the leadership. I would have loved to know what has been done so far, and perhaps some of the results that the efforts that have been done so far have achieved. But that is the message we are getting from the leader of the RCC, the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Your views? Papa Sam, Richard Sky, Francisca, Kakra, Forson. Good morning. It's another day, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
And Samuel, anyway, congratulations. Yesterday you celebrated its anniversary for Channel 1 Television.
Yes.
A dream that you harbored for some time and eventually gave birth. We want to use this opportunity to thank you for the vision.
English.
And also the man hours you've expended to bring it to
what the expended man hours.
It was a beautiful day yesterday.
Yes.
I was watching the videos on social media. Actually, I'm out for pechilling.
Enjoyment commissioner.
No premium or nothing.
So this one that we say, we will do low key.
No, we turn up. Because wherever the party day, we step clean. We work hard and we play hard.
We thank God. We thank God for 8 years and still counting. And you know, for all of you who have believed in us and have supported us, for the staff, for new staff, for old staff, those who were with us, who contributed to this. You know, I should mention Jessica, Oparisaforo, and Kakalika.
Hey,
you know, Gilbert.
Gilbert Dada.
Yeah. So these are the when we were going for our license, the NCA drilled us on drilling that I never. You know, they asked us so many things that they don't ask other stations. As if they were suspicious of us. Had to meet a board. We had to do a presentation about what we were coming to do with television. And myself, Jessica, and Gilbert had to meet a whole Sanhedrin at the NCA. You know, I'm telling you,
all manner of questions.
Yes.
Oh dear.
So when I left there, I was like, so all these comedians on different channels, did they go through the same thing?
Maybe not.
No, not actually, not maybe, not. But later they gave us reasons why we had to. Apparently they were left with only one channel for a number of people. So
I see.
We were fortunate to have broken through.
Bless you.
8 years down the line, I'm sure NCA themselves, they are proud of us.
Exactly.
NCA,
We are planning you.
I'm sure they will send you cake.
Belatedly.
No, Osofo Fianco, please send me cake. Osofo Fianco. Reverend Fianco. How many times have I mentioned your name?
From Nankasi, the Swim side of this.
Osofo Fianco,
yes.
Methodist priest.
Yes.
It's such a contradiction there.
I know, right?
If you look at Reverend Fianco's personality, his demeanor, his sweet personality, and he doesn't talk much, and he's running a fiery organization.
With the Jata as the sector minister.
Talks more action.
They are talking on you.
Thanks to everybody who supported us. Thank you. And congrats to all of you too.
Thank you.
Blessing.
Goodbye. Yes. Now we are talking about the region we live in.
Linda Oklu is the regional minister.
Correct.
I said something some months ago, maybe sometime last year. Maybe let me repeat. I am saying that the government should not find themselves in a place where they push this regional minister to the forefront to be on her own. You understand?
Right.
When they started demolishing the Sakumono, Ramsar, the buildings, you remember she was the one going up and down.
Yes.
People like to personalize things in this our system.
Right.
And they reduce it to us versus Linda Oklu.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it is the government or the local assembly that is prosecuting an enforcement.
Right.
But the sector minister or the regional minister would make sure that it is actually enforced.
Yeah.
There are intersectorial connections to this problem.
True.
And I think that because of that, all the ministries involved should be seen to be busy about the situation.
Right.
It's Greater Accra region, but it's not an isolated region like that, because this is the seat of government.
National capital.
Right. That accounts for about 50% or so of our GDP. So it can't be left in the hands of just the regional minister, because it actually endangers her own fortunes in life. One day when she's no more regional minister, this is where people are going to visit all sorts of things on her. So I'm just saying that, yes, I hear her and everything, but where is the environment ministry, and what are they doing about it?
Right.
Where is the works and housing ministry, and what are they doing about it?
Right.
Where is the roads ministry, and what are they doing about it?
Right.
If the
local government,
if the World Bank came and said that we have 1 billion cedis to deal with the flooding situation in Accra, you see the number of ministers who will run there.
Local government will be there.
That's when they will tell you that, yes, we have the mandate.
Yeah.
But when the thing has cheered and they are looking for people, we have left the woman to lead. And I'm saying that it's not bad that she's leading.
As a face of
we need a concerted approach where every functioning ministry should be seen to be doing something. That's one. Now, secondly, I hear, what you Sky just read.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that this sounds like, a wish list. It sounds like a wish list. There's no strategy whatsoever. And not to blame her, but it is the repeated cycle of mayhem that we visit on ourselves as a country. When I entered this media thing in 1995, my first baptism of what Accra really looks like happened on the 3rd and 4th of July 1995. Sad that nobody talks about that. The 3rd and 4th of July 1995, we had one of the worst flooding situations in Accra.
Wow. 1995.
Yes. We had one of the worst, and I'm telling you, I was in the water till 1 a.m. reporting, of course.
Right.
And stupidly on my part, that time we didn't have mobile phones like you guys have. I eventually got home at 2 a.m. and my everywhere was flooded.
Oh, your space.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Spintex. So I'm just saying that this thing there's nothing new. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
And in that episode of Accra Floods, we recorded over 35 deaths. Wow. I'm telling you.
1995.
Yes. More than 35 people were recorded to have died in the 2-day cycle of Accra Floods. Fast forward to 2026. What has happened? Nothing, absolutely nothing. And I say nothing based on the outcomes that we are all witnessing. If you ask the policymaker and the politicians, and thankfully we have had cycles of governance by the two opposing parties, so they don't have any excuse. Both parties have failed abysmally to resolve this Accra problem. For me, what my takeout from Linda Oklu's statement is the issue of indiscipline. The moment we talk about resolving this problem, the next thing that politicians want is money to do it. I don't know where we needed money to deal with the subject of indiscipline. World Bank will give you money to deal with indiscipline. So you want to use money to do everything except the issue of indiscipline.
So you're throwing money at the problem.
Exactly. Let's go back to the Ghana UK Investment Summit, which happened last week. And again, for me, one of the most well-organized investment summits that I have seen in my professional life happening in the UK.
Wow.
And I have attended at least about 4 of them in the last 15, 20 years.
Right.
And this was well done. I'm telling you.
Nice one.
The president had to deal with the issue of Accra flooding. And then he ended up by saying that the indiscipline issue is what is the main challenge of this flooding. And I checked my TV again, whether I was the president I was listening to. That the indiscipline and you are the president, when I am complaining about indiscipline, you two are complaining about indiscipline. So it means that we will solve every problem except the problem.
Right.
Because it's easy to throw money at the problem and leave it. Now she says that now we are going to go after all those who have built in waterways, so and so and
we
so.
will audit
Fair enough.
And things.
But let's start by stopping those who are currently building. It's easier to do that. It's easier to start by stopping them. And again, I come and tell you that you cannot do it alone as regional minister. If the Works and Housing Ministry is not in action, if the Ministry of Environment is not in action, if Ministry of Roads is not in action, and which one else?
Local government.
Local government is not in action. They can't keep quiet. You understand? So if all of them are taking their functionary areas, this issue can be solved in our lifetime. But if we make the regional minister, Greater Accra regional minister, the blow man of the show, she will break down. I'm telling you, she'll break
And she
down.
become a target too.
Yes. And it's not just Greater Accra. This thing is happening in other regions. The Western region is had its fair share of it.
Central region, same.
Central region has had its own fair. Ashanti region. So we need to look at it as our problem. And start from the issue of indiscipline. I'll stop for Sky to continue.
Kakra. No, you continue. Because I've read the statement.
Yes.
And balance it.
Balance. Well, I think Uncle Sam hit the nail, or so many nails on so many heads. But for me, listening to this statement or hearing you read it, I'm not impressed in any way with the statement, because good as the intention may have been, it is, for starters, belated. We are in what month? We are in June. And we are talking about how to deal with the flooding, etc., as a result of the rains. And like Uncle Sam said, it's the cycle. The problems have their cycles. The performative governance also have their cycles that come. Last year, we can go into the web and search what the authorities, the ministers, the assembly, the district and municipal assembly CEOs, what they all said. So, cycle problem, cycle governance. Solution. Exactly. There clearly isn't any strategy. I've been asking, what is the plan for the various metropolitan and district assemblies? What is the plan? What is the plan for the region? What is the plan for Ghana? Do you get it? Here's the case that Uncle Sam is telling us, that this flooding and the unfortunate incidents, he experienced something quite similar in 1995.
No, something worse.
Something worse in 1995.
In fact, not to cut you, my friend Maurice Kwanzaa, graphic sports editor, says that as a young journalist in 95, I remember the 95 floods and how Jerry Rawlings himself got involved, including Totobi Kwachi and Kojo Chikata. If we ever had the 95 rains again, I tell you, Accra will be submerged completely.
Just to fortify that, Paco Akwe also sends in one and says that I remember what Attah-Mensah is saying. Mm-hmm. It is true. 1995. Check the front page of the next day's graphic, or you can Google it. The ever showboy, J.J. Rawlings was captured by GTV personally flying a helicopter around Accra, surveying the damage, and later standing at Kanyeshi, knee deep in the waters. In the water, he was also Totobi Kwachi, as you said, then National Security Minister. Ask Attah-Mensah if he remembers that one too.
Well, somebody has all corroborated what you're saying, Bako. It's not easy.
So that's about 30 years ago, right?
Yes, please.
30 years ago.
That makes me look old, but Amen.
Amen. So, Uncle Sam, I don't know how you feel, and I wonder how maybe the Gen Zs and Alphas feel. I mean, the generations that are going to follow, how they feel. He's seen this, in the last 30 years. Yeah. I remember my first report I did about flooding in 2012. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's I mean, all of us can write the same report. Yeah. We will write, if you give us...
We just need to change the dates.
It's going to be the same report.
It's an experience for every young journalist. You cut your teeth in flood reporting.
You see, so in as much as I understand the challenge, and I get that there's the need for a concerted effort, Uncle Sam, this doesn't help. This statement from the Honorable Regional Minister, it doesn't help.
It's a wish list. It is. I wish that all these things were. You see, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I said something to my friend, which was private conversation, but maybe I'll dare to talk about that now. You see, I said that there are lots of people who find themselves in policy leadership position who actually don't know Accra.
Okay.
They do not know Accra. They don't understand the makeup of Accra. So their decisions about the structure of Accra are not really
informed.
I wouldn't use the word informed. They don't get the synergy.
Okay.
You understand? For instance, when you see a place like Jowulu, you hear Jowulu, you should understand that it's talking about a valley, a huge valley. And those of you who lived in Accra 40 years ago, you will notice that was the part of town that nobody wanted to go and live. the line, the real line
Yes.
that cuts between Airport Residential Area
Yes.
and Jowulu.
Yes.
The whole place was left for vegetable farming. You understand?
Right.
And anytime it rained, that's where the rain will collect. So understandably, people were using it for vegetable farming.
Right.
Decades down the line, what do we see there?
They filled it and built multi-million real estate.
You understand? And policymakers watched this thing happen. And they are now pretending that they want to resolve it by going to arrest who? Because as I speak now, people are still building there.
Yeah.
And the president said something. He said that those who sit in assemblies and grant permits, they should go after them.
Yeah.
President said this how many days ago? Ask me whether there's been any move to go after anybody. So I'm just saying that we are joking. We are doing Osofo-Dazi because we watch Osofo-Dazi too much when we're growing up. So everything's concept. The president has spoken. You guess what? They will sit down. Let the president come from Belarus.
Yes.
And then president says that I am going to visit one of the assembly. You see that all the ministers
Suddenly,
will now
everyone is
follow
following
him. This is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do. And we say that we are solving which problem. We're not solving any problem. We know what is happening. You see places that had never been occupied in the longest time. Spintex. Caleb, I moved to Spintex in 1995.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
When I moved to Spintex, driving from Tetekwashi roundabout to Coca-Cola roundabout took me 4 minutes.
Tetekwashi to Coca-Cola?
Yes.
4 minutes?
4 minutes.
That's 45 minutes or more today. Like
it
when
took
there's
me
no traffic.
4 minutes, and I don't speed, as you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Decades down the line, how long will it take you?
Hey, on a regular.
So I'm saying that those places had been reserved for various reasons, including the fact that it was inappropriate to put up houses there.
Right.
In some of the areas.
Right.
Because if you've lived in the Nungwa Teshi enclave, you know that there were a number of streams.
Within that
enclave.
Plains, yeah.
Plenty streams.
Yeah.
So there were farmlands.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But there's a reason why those places were left.
Right.
So we go and build there, and then we see flats, and we are pretending that we'll leave the problem and go and solve another problem. Yeah. How are we going to solve it?
So the indiscipline is the
main issue.
Yeah.
It's the main issue. Yeah. What? Oh, Charlie, you go to next door Burkina Faso. Let me not even talk about UK as I do. Go to Burkina Faso, whether you can go and build anywhere. And if you even dare, but here, in the name of the land is for me. Yeah. But the land is for me, but you don't determine how to plan the city. Yeah. So you own the land, but we will decide what use you put the land to.
Yeah.
Isn't that legal?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a legal position, actually.
I thought about that question yesterday because when I went to Pantan Village, there was a part that was clearly a valley. You will see the reeds, and sometimes some of the grass is even higher than the roofs of some of the buildings built there. The buildings are sinking. People are filling the wetland and then they are building. So if you went there early, you filled and you built, I will also come in. I will fill higher than yours, then I'll build. Another person will fill his portion higher than mine. So with time, yours will be sinking. But then I was wondering if private individuals own the lands or families, and then they sold those lands to private developers. Private individuals come to build. Does the state have a role to play, seeing as it has sat look on for people to do at all that while, especially whether they're in wetlands or green belt?
If your mind would go back, I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, I raised this very matter.
Correct.
And I said that, look, stools may have the right to alienate their land.
Correct.
Families may have the right to alienate their land. Individuals may have that right, and they would assert them as and when they think it is appropriate. But beyond that, they don't determine what use the land is put to, right? And that it is for those reasons that we have the district assemblies and the planning offices within them. Of course, we have other authorities that are responsible for ensuring that this space is kept a wetland. The EPA has its own, authority in that particular space. And what kinds of buildings are put in which area. The assemblies are supposed to tell us this is supposed to be a commercial area, this is supposed to be a park, this is supposed to be a residential area.
Right.
So you as a chief, if you believe that the land is yours, and in fact you have the right to actually, sell the land to somebody, you can exercise that right. But the question is the individual who is buying the land. Can he just get up and say, oh, this place, I feel like I should put this there.
I own the title.
Exactly. And so he goes and
tell me what I have.
You apply to an institution
right.
for permit. They will go and look at their plan. Okay, what is the plan for this area? No, this place hitherto was area. Yeah, that's right. Which serves its own purpose within our ecosystem. It doesn't make sense to change the purpose of that particular space.
So maybe the best you can do is to do some sugar or plantain or rice.
If you can even go plant grass there, so that birds will come. You put seeds there, people come there and visit, whatever. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. But putting a residential or commercial property there will not happen. That is how other countries do it. And when I cited this example, I went to a place where the lake, beautiful, clean. You can see the bed of the lake. Aquatic life, in pristine condition, because the institutions that are responsible for that particular lake take their job seriously. And they ensure that everyone is policing everyone. Yeah. So if you do something thinking that nobody is watching, there's a camera watching you.
Right.
If you do something thinking that nobody is watching, your neighbor is watching. Yeah. So the moment you do it, your neighbor reports you. And there is an incentive to report, because the moment your neighbor reports you, whatever punishment you attract, if it is a fine, your neighbor gets some. Now the question is, why is it that in this country, we see people pouring rubbish?
Yes.
That's indiscipline Samens was talking about. Yeah. Rubbish into the Koli. The Koli, which should be a river body in pristine condition, where if you have, you are working or you have a writer's block, you go to that riverside, go and watch what's happening in the river, and then you get inspiration to go back and write. But you can't do that here, because when you get close to that water body would even cause you to lose, your thoughts. The point is that we should put the institutions to use. We say, we need an authority to do everything. Previously we were a department, we didn't like it. Previously we were a unit, we didn't like it. Parliament should give us more powers. The powers are given, you are now an authority, yet you still can't exercise your authority in any meaningful way. So why are you given the authority in the first place?
I get this. I'll put this in and I'll come for your feedbacks after a few announcements. And what I'm hearing from the engineers is that, look, we talked about the fact that many people do not necessarily understand Accra and how the planes and what will fit in better. But for those who do and those who know and care about the work they do, they say there's always interference from the very people who are issuing these statements, the politicians. You are on site, you are demolishing a structure, you get a call that, look, if you care for your future and your life, get out of that space. So it also then immobilizes.
That's the concept part of it. You understand? But let's you see, I'm struggling not to put the Greater Accra Regional Minister as a focus of our discussion, because it's not her fault. Do you know that we have the Ghana Hydrological Authority?
Yes.
And this authority, everything starts and ends with them.
Right.
As far as
all things hydro,
the drainage systems, flooding situation, the mechanical structure to prevent and sustain our resilience,
retention ponds and all.
Go and find out the budget that they have. Go and find out. That's if they have some at all, apart from the money they use to pay salaries. No, I'm saying this. You see, it's very painful. I did my national service at CSIR, so I'm very passionate about these institutions. All the government will give them is money for salaries, and yet we expect them to solve the problem. How How do you do that?
So you can't give us all these assurances when the agencies that have the mandates to do the work are not resourced. Yeah,
exactly. And trust me, the Ghana Hydrological Authority does not report to the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
Right.
So you get where I'm connecting the thing. They report to maybe the Ministry of Works, one of them.
Housing, yes.
You understand?
Yes, they're actually under ministry.
Yes. Where is that minister? Where is that ministry?
In fact, that particular ministry and this last couple of years.
So our friend Agboja should wake up on this one too, because Agboja is a hard-working person. And let me say, our friend Ansaki has sent me a report. Okay. Apparently, there's a Ghana flood situation report that documented the 1995 flood.
Okay,
and it says that the death toll stood at 40. I said
35.
Yeah, I said 35.
It was 5 more.
And with about 100 people missing.
100 people
they got missing.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
Maybe they died, we didn't see their bodies.
Yeah.
And then official estimates give 1,500 people rendered homeless. And it was considered to be the worst flooding in 50 years in Accra.
Wow.
So every year, politicians come, some go, and then they try to beat this record.
That's such a tragic way to put it. We are not focusing on.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne, for saying that.
Yes, just quickly for me. You know, because you talked about it, and it was in Professor Martin
Ottinga-Babio's
article yesterday, the issue of political will. And there was the number one thing he said, if we are serious about solving this problem, then political will must be in that direction.
In fact, I will give you more time to share more highlights of that particular article. Prof, good morning to you. Give your business the competitive edge. As we are talking about developments in plant spaces and all, Dawa Industrial Zone is making that possible, right? They have world-class industrial park. It's spread across over 2,000 acres of prime industrial land. So if you want to build a factory, please don't go and build in a residential area. They have modern infrastructure, strategic connectivity, and thriving ecosystem of manufacturers, heavy industries, automotive, textile, logistics, food, agro processing, all of that sedimented properly in the industrial zone. So talk to Dawa Industrial Zone. They are the ideal destination for growth and expansion to position your business for success in one of West Africa's fastest growing industrial hubs. 055 20 40,000 is the number to call. diz-ghana.com. Visit that website, Dawa Industrial Zone, where industry thrives. Now, you know, life feels better when money isn't getting in the way, when it's easy to send money, pay bills, buy airtime, receive money from loved ones, and stay on top of everyday expenses. There is more time for the things that truly matter. That's exactly what G Money is designed for. Simple, convenient, and always within reach. G Money helps you do more with far less stress. Dial *488#. Download the G Money app today. G Money, give yourself more. Did you know that the mattress you sleep on can affect your health, comfort, and productivity? Many cheap mattresses are made from low-quality materials that can lead to discomfort, poor sleep, and unnecessary replacement costs. So choose quality, choose comfort, choose durability. For almost 6 decades, Latex Foam has been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. Visit any Latex Foam showroom nationwide, latexfoamghana.com. That's where to go. We are in Accra. You can reach us in Accra on 0302-231-155. In Kumasi, 0322-029-365. Latest Foam is your partner for life. Imagine your next vacation fully paid, unforgettable, and within reach. By simply using your ABSA card, you could win an exclusive trip for 2 to Mauritius. Spend 350 Ghana cedis, earn an entry, and enjoy additional chances with every qualifying transactions via your ABSA card or ABSA digital platforms. 9 additional customers will also be rewarded with an all-expense paid weekend escape at a selected resort in Ghana. Your getaway begins with a swipe. Promo ends on the 31st of July. And and it's regulated by the NLA on its Caritas lottery platform. Your story matters, ABSA. If you're ready to level up your future, make Academic Citi University your first choice. Our students don't just learn, they build, innovate, and lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, Ernst & Young, while others are building startups and driving innovation across Africa. We offer innovative undergraduate and postgraduate programs in engineering, business administration, communication, AI, data science, and cybersecurity. Come to Academic Citi. We are the first university in sub-Saharan Africa to offer undergraduate programs in nuclear engineering, and unmanned aerial systems engineering. We also have professional development courses available. Call us 053-101-2236. Admission is open. Visit act.edu.gh. Academic Citi University, educating future-ready leaders. We have a number of messages, Sky.
Yes.
And people are...
Yeah, there's this one coming in from Mozambique who says, good morning, I'm listening to your program. Hydro is not involved in designing road construction in this country. That is one of the biggest challenges that we have. So the point Samens made, it appears that the road people are doing their own thing without the involvement of the hydro. That's the claim that the person is making. This one says, in July 1995, I remember shouting, Ma, we are floating. When the floods hit Labone, it was crazy. 31 years later, Accra is still flooding. Hey. This is coming in from Albert in Abelenke. This one says, hi team, we did not learn from the 1995 Alajo floods. We just went to sleep as if nothing had happened before. A lot of preventable disasters have happened, but our assemblies are carelessly looking on until we tell the man in the mirror to change his ways. Nothing will happen. Sad. It's coming in from Kels, who is listening to us all the way in Liverpool. This one is coming in from Bright Blavo in the Ashoman Estate. Says, Samens, our leaders often seem unwilling to solve these problems because unfortunately every misfortune creates another opportunity for them to profit from the process of fixing our problems. As you rightly pointed out, they would rather throw money at the problem after it occurs than invest in preventing it in the first place, because the funds allocated for emergency response and prevention often will find their way into private pockets, you allege. This one coming in from Uncle Sichu says, good morning team, Sky, guide me legally. What can a permit granting institution do if a developer changes their building plans different from what was approved? Could they need to seek and obtain a court order to demolish or collapse the building entirely? And you're talking about this particular case, Adenta, or they can do, or no, let me read that. All they can do, you say. Okay, is a question. Okay.
Or all they can do
is okay, or all they can do is to go mark the walls in red and their favorite produce permit and so. Whilst the developer continues to do whatever they like and wish. Or Uncle Sichu, okay, we'll deal with that subsequently. And this one from Uncle Sam. The name is Godfred, who is listening to us in Ashalabuchi. He says, Uncle Sam, God bless you and the entire city team. Adenta Assembly, the people there are not working at all. They just get paid. And you go around, you see a lot of people putting containers up. Godfred is not happy about the situation, about the containerization of Adenta. This one says, Citi FM, this is Dennis La. Good morning. I'm writing concerning the recent flooding we saw in Accra and other areas. I heard the update from the Regional Coordinating Council that Richard Sky read. Well, my name is SKY. No, there's no E at the end. And I want our leaders and authority to know this. One, whatever they are supposed to do, they must do it. And they should know. They should have done it long ago to stop this yearly predictable flooding. We don't need more English and more jargon. We don't need to hear what they intended to do or they intend to do or what they have done or what they will be doing. All we want to see is action. One, drainage systems constructed. Two, drains that need expansion should be expanded. 3 drains that need dredging should be dredged. All of these things must be done before the raining season, not in the middle of it while people are suffering. It goes on to talk about a long thing. Let me read it. It says, with more rains expected, it's unfair for the authorities to keep reading statements and plans to the public. The social contract we have with them is delivery. If they cannot deliver, then they should vacate their offices and let competent people take care of issues affecting citizens. We are tired of intentions. We want to hear about things that have been done and are working. Thank you so much. It's coming in from Dennis.
Dennis from La. Thank you for that message.
You know, last week something happened in Ablekuma West.
Yes.
Where was it the MC?
The NADMO, regional NADMO director.
Who had gone to break down a house belonging to...
A wall belonging to a former PC attempter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Ablekuma West, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You know, just processing that, I'm like, okay. Now, this person is now exposed. And I'm talking about the person
who demolished.
True.
If he doesn't get the concerted support of his ministers and the big guys in the party, you know that people are going to muscle him out because he's touched one of their own. And this kind of thing replicates itself on several platforms. The one who chooses to hold the bull by the horn and try and solve the problem is exposed and gets injured, bleeding, and we will watch him exit. This is what we do as a country.
That's a very sad thing. We'll come back and tie the points we've been making on this particular issue. The minister has issued a statement. People are homeless. Don't forget, many have been displaced. Some have lost their livelihoods, and some of these are legitimately people who have put up their structures legitimately, but as a result of collective negligence or incompetence, many are bearing their brands for sin. So we'll come back and tie it all together.
I share in your expression collective incompetence. I mean,
you are not part
I don't think I'm part of it.
Country bro. We are
Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or call 0242 435037. Petra, achieve more.
Every woman deserves hair that looks and feels amazing. It starts with the right product. BO16. After relaxing, your hair needs serious care. BO16 neutralizing shampoo removes all those relaxer residues and restores your hair's natural balance. Itchy scalp, dandruff wahala, BO16 treatment shampoo will rescue you. Leaves your hair absolutely divine. BO16 detangling conditioner. No more painful tagging and breakage. See how smoothly the comb runs through. Now you know my secret.
BO16. Express yourself.
This advert is FDA approved. The GC brand. It's all about you.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
right. A few hours of rains and the city got submerged. More rains expected. GMET is forecasting. Are we prepared at all? Well, in the middle of the rains, we are getting what some men describes as a wish list from the regional minister. It is demanding coordinated state efforts so that leaders who put their necks on the line and decide to do the right thing are not also targeted. More of your messages, more conversations, into shaping the governance of the city and the nation indeed. In the meantime, when you buy anything, it's got to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade cement, highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. We've been in the business since the year 2000. We are rated green by the EPA. We have a 4-double 32.5 hour grade. There is a good deal for everybody's pocket. You deserve the very best, so make Diamond Cement your number one choice for all your building needs. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with the company directly. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aplao, Takoradi and Buepe. Call us now 0540 111 978. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. Available now at a local store near you. Call 0550-032231. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. And there is exciting news for GT Bank customers. Have you ever run out of airtime in the middle of an important conversation? We have the perfect solution, the Quick Airtime Loan. Quick Airtime is GT Bank's convenient airtime advance service that keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. Simply dial *737*24*#. Save this number now. Anytime you run out of talk time, you could get up to 30 Ghana cedis and at a fee of 3%. And you have 7 days to repay. How cool is that? 0800-124-000. So toll free number. Call us. GT Bank. Quick Airtime. Stay connected any day, anytime. There is a public health concern that is coming with the floods that we are seeing. And a friend of mine, Juliet Ohiming in Tiamua, wrote about that much earlier. She painted the picture that when the floods occur, people have boreholes. We don't have water in our homes, so many have resorted to drilling boreholes in their homes. And you also have what we call manholes in our homes. And she's raising the concern that another effect of the flooding that many people will not think about is the exchange between your borehole water and your septic tank on the same compound. When it rains heavily, water can move too fast, carrying with it pathogens and other pollutants that can affect your water sources. The results? Typhoid, cholera, etc. Our cities in Ghana need better water engineering to keep drinking water from contamination, treat wastewater, and direct the stormwater appropriately.
Yeah, I mean the message is right on point. Again, it's as a result of a failure we're seeing in one other area, which is the city's inability or the country's inability to supply good drinking water to all of our citizens. I mean, again, you go elsewhere. You open the tap, you drink water, right? In our case here, you can't be so sure, although the insistence keeps coming in from the institutions that police the space that look, you can drink, Ghana water.
This one.
Well, that's what. So many citizens who have the means have decided that, okay, well, in some cases, they don't even have the water in their areas at all. So they are sinking boreholes. Yeah. People are doing it sometimes without the necessary permits. Yeah. And they still use the same compound to host their septic tanks.
Boreholes.
Some people are doing the concrete one.
Yes.
Which allows for percolation, right? in that case, there most likely will be that, cross fertilization, if I can use that terminology. But again, there are also solutions that a number of plastic companies in Ghana provide, like
to insulate the underwater table.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a whole container that is buried underground, and then if it becomes full, you dislodge it and all of that. So again, it goes back to who is supervising what. The choice of the choice of manhole you do, right? Is the local assembly responsible for the space aware? Did they approve of it? Right? And where you are going to sink a borehole within the same space,
you would need to have permits.
Exactly. Right? Did you get the permit to be able to do that? Majority of the times we don't.
You just bring the people to come and test.
It is to prevent things like this. So for instance, you are going to buy cocoa. The cocoa you are going to buy, you assume that this is warm cocoa you are buying from the roadside. But you don't know where the cocoa seller got the water from to be able to cook that cocoa for you. Right? You don't know that. And you don't know what water she's using to be able to wash the bowls that you are using to drink your cocoa, or the calabash you are using to drink the cocoa.
And now the vegetable.
Exactly. The vegetable. Many of us, we buy wache, we buy the salad and the konyo one. We don't know how they treated. We don't know how they treated
what did you say?
The so when I go to wache joints and I see people say the salad, greens, I cringe because earlier I did a documentary on this particular space, and I just don't like how vegetables are treated in Accra. So if you look at all of that, the texter is raising an important point, which is also back to the failure we continue to see on the part of authorities to properly police these spaces, and also the indiscipline of citizens. Because if you are going to sink a borehole in your home, I think that you have to do the responsible thing. Go to the right institution, the assembly. Okay, I want to sink a borehole because I don't have water in my area. What do I do? Do A, B, C, D. Okay, what building plan do you have? Everything is inspected, and the decision is taken as to whether it is in the interest of public safety, your own safety, to sink that borehole, or to actually, sink whatever manhole you are trying to sink in the house. And to respond to the message that came in earlier, you see, sometimes you watch a movie and the police or FBI negotiators, they have come in and they are asking for the building. Or they actually come with a building plan of the building that is being attacked by whoever is in there, hostages taking and all of that. Do you know why they do that? They do that to be able to tell which spaces are the common areas, which are the exit spaces, which are the washrooms, which are the secret entry points, and all of that. These are plans that are with the public institutions mandated to host them. You understand? So that when they pick that plan and they come in, they are sure that they can
smoke you out.
Exactly. They are able to enter here to do A, B, and C. How many of us who are building today have filed our plans at the local assembly? So that when something happens tomorrow, a building collapses, right? We should be able to go to the assembly to print us a copy of your plan, to move to the area and know, okay, this is the meeting area. So the people are most likely in this particular area. So we concentrate our efforts there and save lives. But here, we do guesswork. Where are the human beings? We can't find them. Our canine, we have to now be looking for.
It hasn't been fair.
So you see, everything is about planning and doing things right. Do it right today. Tomorrow it might save your life, but we don't live like that.
Just quickly, I want to make an intervention on what Sky says. Sky, I do agree with you and Papa Sam when you talk about the indiscipline. Okay, but I feel...
And then the authorities.
And then, of course, the authorities. But I feel that, you see, the way authorities govern has nurtured the indiscipline. The example you cited, that you cannot put up an unlawful building in another jurisdiction.
No,
here.
Do it.
So why would a citizen in a foreign country, say the UK, or the popular example of the UK, go to their city authorities before they undertake any such construction? Because they know that the moment they start, they will be found wanting of the law, and the authorities will come for them. But
your neighbor too will report.
Why? And your neighbor will report. Why
it.
does the Ghanaian take the action on the land that they've acquired by themselves? Because they know nothing will happen. That is it.
Or maybe there is some bottleneck, some bureaucracies that takes forever. That's not an excuse.
That is also the corruption is part of this.
And some corruption.
Yeah. Why would somebody put up a building or a structure on a waterway? 1 story, 2 story, and they keep going.
Yeah.
A building collapsed in Adenta. Yeah. Do we know the purpose of the building? Do we know if they had the permit?
Yeah.
If their permit was inspected? We don't know all of these things because, for me, and the point I'm making is that the city authorities are largely responsible for the indiscipline that they talk about. They have nurtured it with their failure to enforce the law. There are laws against indiscipline. There are sanitation bylaws. There are laws against jaywalking. There are laws for everything in Ghana. But the only thing that is absent is the enforcement of these laws.
Yeah.
Granted that citizens have to have a certain responsibility and obligation. If you don't, what did Thomas Hobbes say about man? Man is brutish. Man is what? If you don't enforce the law, people will do as they please. And right now, the new culture is do as you please. Look at how we engage the road. Look at how people drive. Look at how pedestrians use the road. Look at how Pragias are driving comfortably in the inner lane and will even stop and be fixing something on their road.
Yeah.
Because heads don't roll when you break the law. Nothing happens.
Let me attempt
the indiscipline in also people putting up structures by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The housing problem in this country has not been solved.
No.
In fact, I don't know if I should call it an
we are
industry.
in over $1 million deficit.
Okay. Yes, 1.8 or so. Sky, when there's no properly built industry, real estate, once again, governance,
yes.
When you have failed to do that and people take it up, because you can't control the urbanization. You can't. People need places to live. People need to figure that out. The accommodation, the rent issue has also not been solved. So landlords take advantage and do as they want. When all of these problems are not solved, of course people will be in discipline. I'm not making excuses for people, but I'm saying that the failure of governance is what has created the high levels of indiscipline that we can't deal with right now. Because somebody failed to create a certain industry, a certain real estate sector that is regulated, that before you put the cement or the block on the ground, somebody is working with you. The regulator is doing their job.
Yeah.
And so it's simple to say there's so much indiscipline and we are going to deal with it in the wish list that Sky read.
And if I can say 1 minute, you see, you have raised very important points. I just want to add a footnote.
Right.
You see, if all of us are doing the right things, there wouldn't be hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? The person who's gone to school to study architecture, right, drawing the buildings, designing them properly, he's licensed to do so, right?
Yeah.
Which means that if Caleb wants to build, the proper thing to do, per our laws, is to engage that person.
Yeah.
He has the license to draw the building and say that, okay, for this particular area, this is the building code. These are the kinds of buildings that are suitable for the area. The folks who also are interested in testing the soil, they will do all the assessment. They are also licensed to do what they do. So they all do their bit, right? And they will give you a bill based on which you pay, right? You have created
an ecosystem.
Yeah. Jobs have been created. People are doing the right thing.
Solid food chain.
You require a lawyer to look at the agreement between you and the person constructing the building.
Yes.
The lawyer will look at it.
Sharp.
You pay him for his service, right? You require the people who come and do the wiring. You are not going to call some teacher Kofi or Master Kofi to come and do the wiring. When you call someone, it is because
electrical professional.
Exactly. The Energy Commission has certified him that we have trained, we have tested, and we have certified this person to be able to do A, B, C, and D for you.
Yeah.
He has also come to do his bit. So that when there is an issue tomorrow, you can always raise that license and say, okay, Energy Commission, you gave the person the authority to come and do this. He's come to do it, and he's failed A, B, C. The action can be taken. But you see, we don't do any of these things. We have trained architects. They are either sitting and waiting for job to come. Job is not coming because people have decided that, as for the building, let me call some bricklayer, or we call them Bikla. So they go do their own design, they draw it in the sand, and they are building. The person who is coming to do the electrification, he does not have any license. He was studying the job under Master Kofi for 2 days. He's left the job. He said, no, Master Kofi is too hard. He's moved from Kumasi to Accra, or maybe from the Volta region to Accra. Comes to tell the contractor that, I have done this job just 2 days, or maybe a month.
No certification.
Before you know it, he's doing wiring. You wonder why all kinds of buildings are going up in flames, because we are not doing the right things.
Right.
So you understand? If you
it's a chain of indiscipline.
Exactly. If we do all of these things properly, why would a lawyer say that jobs are not coming? Because every day you are looking at some agreement. Why would an architect says that, I've left school and I have nothing doing?
Yeah.
Because people are doing their own things. But where you insist, like this Adenta situation that the gentleman raised, is it really the case that there was a certain plan that was approved and somehow during the construction stage, people decided to vary that?
Right.
Anytime that you file a plan with the assembly, and for some reason you want to vary, you do written notice to the assembly and seek approval.
For approval. Yeah.
That you want to vary A, B, C, D. Their experts would have to look at the plan and be sure that if you modify, it would not endanger individual or public safety. And where they are satisfied that, this new addition you are making will not create problems, they would authorize it. Where they don't, and you go ahead and you do the kinds of things you have done, it is assumed that you have not complied with the law and you are to be held responsible.
Yeah. And to fortify that point, I remember earlier this week, the president of the Ghana Architects Institute, he was telling me that some draftsmen have forged the stamp of architects. So if you go with your permits, then they will stamp it for you. And they, as an association, are taking steps to clear such persons out of the system. And they are, reading all of them and placing them before the justice system
do you
to
think
be dealt
that's
with.
our problem? If you have an experienced draftsman, even let's granted that an experienced draftsman is the one who did the design, it's still better than a lot of the things we are seeing.
Anyway,
it's still better than a lot of the things that, in fact, some people build without even a plan
at all,
and then bulldoze their way through. And then there are people, there are big projects here who allow foreign architects without licenses in Ghana to even do the work. When they finish, they look for a local architect to stamp it. Really? Oh, you don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. So what I'm saying is that we inflict the wound on ourselves, and then when we finish, we complain that we are wounded.
And we'll be poorer for it from the accounts we are learning. If we allowed professionals to work, money will flow and the systems will just work. We'll be having a livable space.
Just summarize this thing. He spoke too quickly, but if you break it down, that is the solution to a lot of our problems.
Correct.
If we enforce, we regulate, and we instill discipline, it opens the space up for everybody to have something to do.
That's true. So what I'm hearing in the room so far, I got a message from someone who works in the hydro space, and he says that we need a paradigm shift from the event nature type of dealing with disaster to a continuous process-based disaster management and prevention through a more coordinated approach, an all-inclusive approach. Excellent conversation on our flooding challenge. 60% of our causative factors of floods in Ghana is
disaster management itself. The makeup of the body that manages disaster management itself is a problem. It's a problem. If you have a disaster management organization whose tenure is tied to political fortunes of party officials
and whose personnel are tied to political,
where do you think we are going?
That's a problem.
And the relief items are in one official's house.
Where do you think we are going? You understand?
Items.
So occasionally you may find one disaster management leader who is very competent and experienced. The next one comes
and it's
something else. And then you go down the ladder. There are some executives and officials who are political party activists who have so-called been rewarded with positions. And we are sitting in Ghana thinking that organization will solve our problem. Please, let's get serious.
It has nothing to do with competence.
Yes. It's you're a party. Party. Loyalty. Yeah, this is it. And that's what we have done repeatedly. So, and it's called disaster management. And the disaster management organization itself is a disaster.
Oh my word. So here's what I'm hearing. Listen, so to the Greater Accra Regional Minister, we've read your poetry.
It's characterization.
It's been,
prose.
In the prose, we campaign in prose and govern in campaign in poetry and govern in prose. If you are serious about reading Accra of the indiscipline, we want to see the budget you have allocated to hydro. We want to see how you've integrated hydro and the roads department in the build space. How are they integrated to work in a coordinated manner? How much budget have you given such? Show us the budget you have given for research and planning.
Yeah, but
show us the budget.
I'm not sure where this question is coming from. The Greater Accra Regional Minister.
I'm talking about the state. If the state wants us to take all these conversations about making Accra more sustainable and livable, we need to get to know then how municipal assemblies who are that is where the rubber meets the road. How are you mandating them? How are you resourcing them? Because some of them are even understaffed, for example.
Are they properly constituted?
That is the conversation. That is the question.
The other ministries come in. I think that's the point you're making.
To supply the deficit.
The assembly should not dream of doing anything hydrological outside the remit of the Ghana Hydrological Authority. Because they are the technical functionary to execute this agenda. So I would imagine that they will have agents or officers within the various assemblies.
Integrated there.
Exactly.
Right.
So if the ministry is not funding the Ghana Hydrological Authority, then,
so that it trickles down to the municipal assembly.
Then what else are we doing?
There's a problem there. There's also this message. I think it's, let me read it. It's coming in from Togwe Dobu, who says that across many cities today, a dangerous trend is quietly reshaping our environment. Homeowners are increasingly paving almost every inch of their compounds with concrete blocks, tiles, and cement. Spaces that were once left open for natural water absorption are disappearing. Rainwater that should naturally seep into the soil is now forced directly into gutters and drains that were never designed to carry such volumes. The result? Frequent flooding. Every rainfall now becomes a drainage crisis because entire neighborhoods have turned into hard surfaces. Water no longer has space to return into and ground as nature intended. But flooding is only part of the problem. These same fully concretized homes are becoming heat traps. The absence of trees, grass, and exposed soil increases surface temperatures significantly. Many homeowners now rely heavily on air conditioners and fans just to make their homes bearable, thereby increasing electricity consumption and energy costs. Ironically, many local bylaws already specify the percentage of land that can be concretized within residential properties. Who is inspecting it? Yet assemblies continue approving building permits without properly enforcing compliance. Urban development approvals have become focused on construction itself, while environmental sustainability is largely ignored. Now imagine a different direction. Imagine if every home was required to plant at least 5 trees. The collective impact would be massive. Reduce flooding, cooler communities, improved air quality, enhanced public health, biodiversity restoration, and far more beautiful neighborhoods. And finally, 1 tree may look insignificant, millions of trees across communities can transform a nation.
Absolutely.
Urban planning must move beyond approving buildings. It must protect the environment that keeps those buildings livable.
I completely agree with you. And there's a message directly for you, Sky, from architect Tony Asari. He says to tell you thank you, and that you will be made an honorary member of the Ghana Institute of Architects.
Oh, bless you,
for
sir.
the point you made about if the systems are working and people are getting the right professionals to do the right work, there won't be poverty, there won't be hunger, and the system will also function properly. So the message you just read yesterday, when we went to the Dakubi stream, there's a retention pond around the Pantine area. So this is just behind the Pantine Hospital. And there was the flood. The impact of the flood was still seen several hours later. There was a gentleman who had procured a machine to pump out water from his house. The whole house was flooded, and he was pumping water out of the house. And guess what? The water was coming out of the water onto the compound, which was all tiled.
Oh my word.
And the flood water had come from a space where the retention pond was blocked by a 3-story building that was built in the space where the water should have originally been stored naturally.
And then
so it spills, and then it gets to his home. That's also all tiled up. The sad part is, yesterday while I was on the field doing the reports, a lady in her car stopped and motioned me. I went by. She says, your school teacher, madam, who taught you in school, where her house was flooded, so she has to move to my home. I quickly called her and said, Charlie, the flood took her deep freezer and everything away. So there is a humanitarian aspect of this flooding thing too, where people who are built in properly designated areas are suffering the consequence of the collective indiscipline of everyone.
You see, the issue you raised about the tiles and the one Togbi Dobu spoke about, again, you realize that he spoke about regulation.
Correct.
You know, when they look at the plan you have brought from a professional, the professional is already, if you like, learned in the space of what to draw and what not to draw. What the rules say, what the rules don't say. So in putting together the plan for you, he would have made sure that he's incorporated into the plan the relevant percentage or the requisite percentage that should be left green.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
But the question is, if we are not going to the people who know, then we do our own thing.
Yeah.
Right? As for the tiler, once you invite him to come and tile, he will do the tiling for you.
Yeah.
But you see, what you forget is the issue raised here. The soil, God designed it for a reason. Right? There's a reason we don't live on mountains.
True.
Right? Even where we live on mountains, there are spaces on the mountains where you find soil.
Yeah.
They also have their role.
Yeah.
In some cases, when you see mudslides, you see what happened in the Abdaklu area, for instance.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is that instead of always covering the soil, why not just obey what the law says?
Yeah.
That you leave X amount of space so that water coming in, the soil is thick enough. It will percolate. It will soak it. But we redirect it. And all of these problems, all these small things come together to create a crisis that we see.
In the meantime, Papa Sam and Sky, permit me to do small agama here.
Okay.
So the Department of Geography and Resource Development, today they are doing career fair at the University of Ghana, the department. The theme is nurturing an astute geographer, collective responsibility. We need to start training the young people so that they'll be solid, geography. Astute geographers. So you don't tile the whole compound.
That's correct.
You flood the place you see.
Yeah. So you have done a gamma. Let me to have one.
Permission granted. Professor Alex Bema, good morning to you. Now, quiet down.
The pastor who came to church and started preaching that, Charlie, these days, this fornication, this church is becoming too much. Fornication, not dorsum. If you don't stop, you're going to get the gym.
Oh my God! No, somebody's wrong with you.
But on a more serious note,
Yes,
Sky,
yes.
do you know that Ibrahim Mahama, the artist, the assault by the police people, nothing has been done?
That's true.
Really?
As we speak now, the report never came out.
That's true.
The man is still going to hospital, and the police has decided that we won't mind you people. We too, we have decided that we'll keep reminding the public that somebody walking here somewhere in Tamale was beaten by police people to the point that he broke his tooth. And this is somebody well-behaved citizen. Somebody we are all proud of, a citizen of, an indigene of Tamale, a citizen of Ghana, who has actually been recognized by the state and given a diplomatic passport because of what he represents. This person was beaten recklessly by reckless police people. And we have done nothing about it. Dilly-dallying, because we know that as for Ghana, people will forget. This one, police people, we promise you that we will never forget until something is done. That is my Gamaliza.
Thank you. God bless you.
I think let me add my voice to that. You see, the police administration, they keep telling us that they want to investigate this, that. We all saw the videos that went into circulation after this thing happened. And for an institution that wants to create a new image for itself and show that it is capable of showing the best version of itself, I think it's important that immediately we should see a public statement from the police service. They should update us as to what exactly they have done, whether there will be interdiction or whatever they have to do. There must be justice in this particular case, because you see, it sends the wrong signal. If people of the rank we're talking about, allegedly involved in this, could do these kinds of things and just be left to go away without consequences, what it means is that in the villages of Kuntunkumuku, right, police officers there would arrogate themselves the authority to beat up people anyhow, suspects anyhow, with the assurance that nothing will happen. That is not what we want to see. Because a police officer slapped me before. And it was not because I had done anything wrong. I came from Accra to, Petwe to go and visit my brother. So I was sitting, they were playing, what do you call it, the draft or dummy. And I went to sit there with them. Somehow, somebody had gone to report that, somebody had done something wrong. You understand? And they assume that I look like the guy.
No, you job free.
Oh, Charlie, there.
No, hand touch you.
Oh,
you yourself.
That guy, I'm still looking for him.
We'll take a very quick break. But do you know his name? We will help you find it.
I don't remember the name. We'll help you find it.
We'll take a very quick break. When we're back, more of your messages, please.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, busting with tangerine flavor. Beaver Cola, Beaver Orange, Beaver Cocktail, Beaver Grip, Beaver Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Beaver, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
It's 5 minutes to the top of the hour. Biggest football tournament is here. DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live. It's the FIFA World Cup 2026, and it's that time when everything can wait, even sleep can wait. 48 teams participating. This World Cup has all the markings of history. Watch all 104 games on 4 dedicated HD channels, world-class commentary and analysis live on SuperSport on DSTV from 11th of June to the 19th of July. DSTV is your number one spot for everything World Cup. Get your decoder today at only 69 Ghana cedis. Reconnect at 58 Ghana cedis. DSTV is your home of entertainment. Petra sees your journey, not just your retirement. From building wealth to settling down, we have solutions for every turn. Investments to build your future, insurance to protect what matters, easy homes to unlock your own doors early. We don't just manage money, we understand your story. Join the Petra family today and let's do life together. Visit petraonline.com. Petra, achieve more. Now, your child deserves more than just a school. At Penfield School, Oyarifa, we've been building confident, capable learners for 16 years. We are a co-ed day and boarding school running from crèche through to senior high school. Our unique hybrid curriculum combines Ghana's GES syllabus, that's BC and WASI, with Cambridge Checkpoint, IGCSE, and A-levels. Admissions for the 2026-2027 academic year is now open, but slots are limited. Give your child a strong foundation in Ghana and a smooth transition into the world. Call or WhatsApp Penfield School now on 027-233-5359 or 026-423-3533. Penfield School, more than a school, a launchpad. And ready to lead beyond limits. Sharper thinking, smarter decisions, greater impact. The Management Bootcamp 2026 is here. Exclusive leadership development experience. Powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. Designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. The Bootcamp equips participants with practical skills to thrive in today's fast-changing business world. Expect powerful sessions in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing, delivered by top industry experts. Date is Sunday, 21st June to Friday, 26th of June at Platinum Bay Hotel, Abokobi. Call 0501-145-434 to register now. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. Management Bootcamp 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Caleb, rainwater harvesting should be integrated into the real estate development space instead of allowing all water from those areas into limited or inadequate drainage infrastructure. Wetlands, detention basins, and water holding areas are significantly encroached upon. Thank you, Dr. Sylvester Dako. Keep hope alive, keep the faith, keep doing the right thing, keep standing for what is right. Report wrong, don't engage in it. Let's keep pushing, let's keep building. For this is all we have. Ghana is all we've got. We are all we have. Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kudah. You heard Samuel Attah-Mensah, Richard Dela, Francisca, Kakra, Forson. Of course, this beautiful song we are ending with. Yeah, if you enjoy it, that is what it is. Oh, the thing is Potamo, I'm sorry. I don't cool misled you. Have a fantastic Friday. We're leaving the console. Antina will be taking over. So light up your Friday, even in the floor. Have a blessed one.